Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Alilopolis.
Yes. Fuck you, Craig. We... You find yourself, rather, Zenora, on a large table with a plethora of items strewn about it. But you stand upon a large piece of paper. By large, I mean, it looks like the giants of a far-off land had to have made these, even larger than the giants they tell about in the stories, because you stand in the middle of a page that just says Tarith, the path unfolds. And I can tell you a bit more about anything that you see around you, but for the most part, it's some candles, a compass, some coins, a set of keys, it looks like, down below, some playing cards and dice, and some books along with more papers under the one that you're standing on currently that are all as if you were standing on a larger than life table. It's building size to you. You're 5, 10, 15, 20, some round figures 200 feet across and twice that in length. And above you, you see a misting of what looks like a starry night sky. What do you do?
Okay. Oh. Um, the first instinct would to be to try to see if I can read anything that's on the papers that are around or the books, like see if I can understand the language that's on them.
Uh, Tell me some of the languages you know.
Um, Common, halfling, and ogre.
You do not understand any of the languages
Damn.
besides the one that you're standing on.
Okay. Interesting. Um, all right. Is it the same for the books or just the pages that I'm standing on? Or can I not like read anything that's on the books over to the side?
You can read some of the spines on the books. More so the only maybe one,
Okay.
and it seems to be in common.
It's in common?
Mm-hmm.
And what does it say?
It's just called the Way.
Oh. Okay. I thought of the meme immediately. Okay. I this is so interesting. Okay. I'm going to move up to the burnt corner of the paper and kind of I don't know, feel it out there. Like, am I able to move the paper, like look underneath it, sort of thing?
Yeah, it's larger than you though, so it'd be like moving a large
Yeah.
large blanket while you're trying to look under it. But go ahead and
Okay.
give me a perception check if you're trying to get under it and read under it, just to fill out.
Oh, we're rolling great today, aren't we?
Oh, it's not bad.
Uh, yeah, an 11.
So I see you are probably grabbing on the edge of it, and it's crumpling under your hands as you look, and you see the edge of a map as the first page that's under the top page.
Oh, interesting.
And the map,
Um,
for your
yeah.
knowledge too, is a bit different than what you imagine the world had ever looked like from your upbringings. It's almost it's almost bigger than you ever expected.
Mm. Out of the part that I can see, is there any like region that I would immediately recognize or no?
Where you're from, you would probably see a glimmer of it on there, but it looks to be a lot smaller than you were expecting.
Hmm.
But it's not even labeled on this map. It looks like.
Oh, interesting. Hmm. Are those more papers up in the top left corner?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go over there. Look at those. Is there anything on there that I could either read or recognize, like, immediately?
Um, Besides some cardinal directions on a compass and the maps being maps themselves, the regions on them look foreign to you. These are definitely maps of some sort. You can't understand the words the way they're written, especially not in the script. Um, so otherwise, though, it looks like more maps.
Mm, interesting. Okay. Um, I'm going to go over to the book that said the way, as I would try to open it, I guess, since it's the only thing that I can really, like, read in here.
All right, give me a strength check on this one.
Oh, no, I'm not good at that. Actually, no, I'm not that bad at that. Oh, that was a horrible roll. Okay, great. The dice are not in my favor.
You're able to get the clasp undone that's actually on that book, but you can't get the book that's on top of it off. You're trying to like
Oh,
push
shit.
it, and you're just barely getting it to move, maybe a half an inch every time you push it.
Mm, okay. I'm a halfling. I'm short. I wouldn't be able to see over this. Never mind. I was literally gonna be like, "Can I see over it?" No, I'm short. Um, which of the three is it the one at the bottom, technically on the image, is the one that I can read?
Yes.
Okay. Um, I'm going to climb the books to see if I can see anything over it.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, I'm good at that one. Oh, and it was a good roll for once.
Ooh,
23.
23. You easily get over top of the books. You probably bound almost because they're only about your chest leveled for you for the thickness of the book. Say that, but a book that big would be awesome. Anyway, so you push on the book and you spring up on top of it, and you keep doing that until you get on top of the last one. And you just do a little backflip to stand your ground and look over the edge, which
Hell
it
yeah, I
is
do.
an edge on this table that you look down into this starry abyss of at least anything near to you seems like nothingness.
Oh, okay. So it feels like being in like a big orb of just this starry abyss, basically surrounding this just giant table with things on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting. Hmm. Ooh, wait. Okay, I'm gonna get back down, and I'm gonna go over to here. I want to push one of the coins off.
One of the coins.
Yeah.
Okay. Um. Yeah, give me a strength check with advantage. I'd say they're probably half your weight, if not more. but I know that you're running across the table to do it,
Ooh.
so you get some added weight behind your push. Ooh, 16.
Yeah.
You slam right into the edge of the coin. With actually go ahead and roll me damage on your unarmed strike too, just to see something else here. I want to gauge.
7.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, very nice. So you just haul off and kick it right on the edge, and it goes flying off into the distance. And as soon as it reaches a certain point way off in the distance, it starts to kind of just hover and float. Doesn't
Mhm.
seem to move in any direction. But you got it to go a goodly, even though it's at the weight it was, it seemed to pick up speed at first after passing a certain point at the edge of the table too. Um, and you're realizing now that maybe it's not just hovering, maybe it's just slowly floating off, and you see that it is kind of shrinking in your eyes now, but
Oh
it
my
is
gosh,
at a very slow rate.
I want to make an anime reference so bad.
This world
Um,
as much as yours as it is mine.
yeah, I was just gonna say it's just like Gojo's Infinity Domain from Jujutsu Kaisen.
I don't know that one. You have to tell me more about that one later.
Ah, dude, recommend. You should watch. Anyway, um, okay, interesting. Hmm. So I'm gonna take that implications as if I fall off of this, I'm going to infinitely fall for the rest of my life. Cool. Hmm. The D20 is calling to me always.
To Barrett or to Zenora?
Both.
I mean, yeah, fair.
Technically,
Um,
she's me right now.
so I would. You're right. Right. I would say, what are you doing to it? I know are you gonna walk up to it and start caressing it, or
I mean, personally, I would, but um, can can I read the numbers on it?
you
Because I know
can?
that they're numbers, but like,
Yeah.
can Zenora read the numbers?
Yeah, yeah. They're still just the regular numeric system that is associated with common speak.
Cool. I'm gonna come around this side to it. I'm gonna roll it, or at least try to roll it. It's a big D20. I'm a very small person.
Um, yeah, that thing is easily what are we talking? Or 10 foot in height.
Huh.
And it's pretty solid. You realize as you kind of just run your
Oh,
hand across it.
it's not one of those hollow little resin ones. It's like a solid one.
Oh yeah, and as you're touching it too, you're wondering. It kind of feels like bone. So
Ooh,
you're gonna give me a strength check for not to see if you roll it, to see something else here. Um,
ooh, ooh! A dirty 20.
okay. So now, just roll me a flat d20 with advantage. Oh, that was
Oh
two
no, that
d20.
added it together. No, wait. Oh no.
I see a 2 and a 12 though when I hover over it though. So is that what it
Yeah, it was a
showed?
2 and a 12. Yeah.
Good thing with advantage, eh? Um,
Yeah.
um, so you feel a bit of a sense coming over you, just tingling straight from where you had pushed the die from your hands and your fingertips up your arms, and down your whole body, but then as you look back at your hands now, and in a second breath that you inhale, your hands are slowly dissolving in front of you and
Oh,
disappearing
God.
along with the rest of your body, but not in a dripping, oozing, more of just this slowly being erased look, and you lose consciousness for a second.
I'm dead. Great session. Good to know.
Yeah, that's the
That's the end.
um. I'll actually leave it there with this too. That wait, since no one else is here yet, we still got plenty of time, man. Look at that. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Here. We're gonna go here. If it loads today. Yeah, it's just a huge map. I'll
Mm.
get you situated here in a second. Yeah, here it is. And doink. That should get your camera over to where you are.
Oh, yeah. She's not cooperating with me for a second, but yeah.
You see? All around you too?
Hmm.
Cool. I get that. You see, as you're fading back in, a table that is somehow extra dimensional in front of you in nature, as in you're looking at it, but your brain still can't compute how some of the edges and legs that it has are kind of floating in space at some points, then looking like a normal table in space, and then at other points it's got way more sides than a table should. You
Mm.
probably would shake your head and look away from it quickly because it's starting to give you a little bit of a mind fuck. But around you, your senses as they're coming back in, probably the first thing is you're hearing some slight waves lapping up against a wood hull. You imagine some sort of boat, and you realize you have to be on it because the next sense that you're getting is a slight rocking of your person, that you must be on a boat of some sort. And the next sense besides your eyes now, what you're seeing around you in the table, are you're in a room that you've just stood next to a table, just been stood next to a table as if you'd been placed there, and there's a giant pile of pillows on the other side of the table. Somewhere in the upwards of hundreds of pillows, with a all sorts of varying sizes, and a few other people who are snoozing, it seems like, around up against the wall along some barrels and at tables, as well as that your senses are reinforced with the idea that you're at sea because you smell the salty breeze wafting in from your northerly direction to what you can only presume is a deck of a boat outside of a door.
Interesting. Okay. I feel like I would remember getting onto a boat. So.
Yeah, you weren't on a boat before. You were doing with whatever Zenora was doing before you get plopped onto this table and now are not on the table. Are in another space. On a
Yeah.
boat.
And then now on a boat. Okay. Interesting.
Hope you brought your flippy floppies.
Definitely not. Okay. Okay. What are the people who are snoozing and everything, like, are they wearing anything that's like distinctly identifying, like a sigil or something like that, like on any of the clothes that they're wearing, any sort of like markings or anything?
No,
Hmm.
nothing distinctive that carries across the both of all of them. Right now, you're just seeing, for the most part, too. Actually, this person is not there. I lied. It is a. Where'd he go? You're seeing a blue dragonborn, who's at least 7 foot tall. Um, a elven-looking figure, who they're both leaning up against the wall and snoozing. And I don't think this is anything. I think I grabbed that. Yeah, that was a grab on accident there. So those are the two people you see in this room right now, and they're just up against a wall, or actually, in the Dragonborn's case, probably um, laying on the barrels, having looked like they both had, are a little bit flush in the cheeks, as if they've been drinking recently, probably too.
Mm. Okay. Um, I can see that the obvious, like, up at the top is to the deck, but it looks like it's blocked. Is that
It
true?
is not. No, it is not.
Okay. I guess I would want to go up on the deck because why the hell am I on a boat?
One moment. I was getting get you over there. Ooh, that was close. Now I'm far. It's the trouble with jumping between maps like I was doing here.
Hmm.
Oh, need to go. So you walk out the door onto the boat, and you see surrounding you a. It's got to be some sort of small ocean, lake, but you only assume ocean first because you see in front of the boat that seems to be um, beached on some palm trees that end before you're realizing there's a bit of a glassy glint at the edges of your vision off out in the distance, in all directions, even past the palm trees to the north where the boat is beached on from your perspective.
It's like glassy glare? Like looks like I'm kind of like looking through like a lens, you would say?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
The and that's way past where the edges of what you can see of your would be the ground under you or the sea. So like way out hundreds of feet that you're seeing this glassiness that I was talking about.
Hmm.
Otherwise,
Interesting.
you seem to be on a galleon in that is beached. It's double masted, and you've got a few cannons. Seems like with a uh, off to the starboard and other name for other side of boat, and and the rear, which I think is the aft actually. But you've got some not cannons up there, but rather ballista on the boat itself, and it looks like a gargoyle, a, a slightly battered looking gargoyle that is on the front of the ship, that statue
Oh.
position up there. Um, Otherwise, there's no one out here, it seems like. And
Hmm.
at that point, too, you feel a slight brush on your consciousness, as if someone were brushing past you in a crowd, and you hear a soft voice of, "Hello?"
What the hell? um. Okay, that's a bit weird. Yeah, I guess. Gosh, all my years of D&D never prepared me for this.
Yeah, we're
Uh.
we're a little odd here. Sorry.
Yeah, never had an intro like this. Kind of fun. Um. Okay. Where's my consciousness? I'm trying to imagine what that would feel like in real life. Like, like imagining like a phantom touch
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
sensation. Like for the best comparison to like what it's like in real life to have that.
yeah. You can just say that, but it was metaphysical almost. So almost as if something
Yeah.
had been brought across your being rather than your actual person. But your best relation to your perspective would be definitely as if somebody had bumped or brushed into you physically.
And then I was the hello like clear as if they were like right by me, or was it like
Yes, yes, and but it was very soft and subtle, almost afraid.
mm, oh, if they're afraid, I'm gonna want to help them. Ah, was it like a physical sound that I heard, or did it feel like it was in my mind?
You, it's hard to determine at this point.
Okay.
Are you gonna respond or?
Yeah. I'm just gonna say back, hello?
Oh, hello there. You must be a new crewmate. It looks like you've got a torque like the rest of the crew. And you look around your neck and you realize for the first time now, after all the other startling things that have been happening, a necklace around you, a torque, if you know what I'm talking about, which is basically a half crescent um, of a. It's not a full necklace, so there's an opening in between the two sides, and there's kind of at the end points these little
Mm,
balls that are
yes,
ended on
yeah.
it, and then it's twisted and braided in between those 2 points. And it's a gold color, yours is, and you're looking at it and you're going, oh, yeah, I guess I did.
I guess I do have that.
Well, that must mean that Alalopolis has blessed you to join the Rum Rollers.
Do I know what that means, or would I be confused?
Still be confused.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry, who?
Uh, well, they're the crew that hail from my decks that you stand upon. You're speaking with Adune. I am a part of the Rum Rollers. They've they travel with me in their packs though at these times because they're on land and unfortunately there's not much a ship can do on land.
I guess that's true, but I'm still a little confused. I was blessed?
It would appear so. I mean, the god of chaos or rather order, uh, he's the one responsible for the crews getting together. It seems we've had some brushes with him, but not much is left of him. I fear they've said in the legends at least that I've been being told as the crew tells me about their journeys.
I'm guessing there's still not a physical person near me.
No.
Okay. Um,
Oh, I'm
where
so
are
sorry.
you?
I forgot to ask humbly as a guest upon my decks here, and now initially part of the crew. Do you need any refreshments? Are you? Can I get you anything?
Um, I'm okay right now. I'm just wondering, where it is that you are?
Oh, you stand upon me. I am everything that is this ship.
Oh, you're the ship. Okay, cool. Okay, interesting. Do you know where the general direction of where, I guess, the people I'm supposed to join went?
Well, I guess if you're off to them quite so soon, you probably want to try the portal in the dining area. I think that's about where you'd come from, at least from my senses. I can't really see too well, but I felt your feet upon my deck.
A portal?
Yes, I believe they'd said something about a plate and some spinning of it. Uh, Conceptually, it makes sense because I was once an elf, but I don't understand how they've been spinning this plate upon themselves to open said portal, but that seems to be the process.
You were an elf?
Yes. I won't bore you too much, but simply, I was actually a dead elf. Uh, it was so happens that it, in the burying process for us, we prefer to be gifted to trees, and if we're so lucky, our consciousness binds with them. But unfortunately, it was during a mass felling of trees that they made this ship, which I was a part of the lumber for that, and slowly over time, after that terrible incident, when I was part with the tree, it was so relaxing. But then when they came to cut me down, I nearly lost myself there, but slowly with time I was able to regain myself and consciousness with it and become one with the ship.
Some reason, that's the one thing in this whole situation that makes the most sense.
Well,
All
I
right.
can understand. By the way, you do realize you're in a bottle, right?
Is that why it looks that way?
Yes. It was a kindly hermit that had come to me after the crew had left me in a area by myself for a very long time. It seemed like, anyways, it was probably only like a month. But that's pretty long when you have nothing to do, I guess, or can't do anything yourself. Anyways, and she'd been able to provide me with this wonderful magical domain here, and the gulls are nice. They generally stay away from pooping on my deck anymore after I've thwarted them once or twice, so they're entertaining enough to watch. And Captain Mime has been so kind to procure from the Queen of Socrates some fishy friends, as she called them, before throwing them into the bays here. They've been also pretty entertaining. They generally just eat some uh, of the stuff that comes up onto my hull. It's pretty great. But I have been rather bored again, but I think Captain Mime said she's working on something for that too.
Hmm. If you're a sentient ship, why are you unable to go places by yourself?
Alas, as I had stated, I have senses only towards the ship, as you might, have have so for your body. I've never been gifted with eyes for this ship, and that's a rather hard thing for me to do. Even magically speaking, I was not so magically gifted in the first place. I was merely a servant with some minor magical capabilities, mostly those pertaining to servitude. I'm sure you can gather.
Mm. Um, okay. This is a lot to be thrown into suddenly. Um, well, I would love to keep you company. You did mention that you don't know exactly how long the party leaves for and everything. So I feel like it's the right thing to do to go after them.
Perhaps they may be, you'll definitely be more useful to them, other than, as I'd stated, my boredom. But it's something I can still handle for now. I'm not going insane.
The next time we come back, I definitely want to hear the stories that you have to share.
Oh, lovely. And then you can tell me of your adventures.
Yes, very much so.
Yes, the plate. I think they left it on the table in that room you were just in.
Thank you. And then I'll go back below deck.
So you close the door behind you. You're in the room, and it does seem like there are some more tables. You're realizing, but they're mostly just barrels with chairs pulled up to them. And there does seem to be a singular plate left on one over here.
Mm. Okay. I'm gonna go over to it.
And it more or
Oh,
less
I didn't
looks.
mean
You're good.
to do
And it seems more or less like a regular eating plate,
that. Okay.
as you would from a dining set.
She did mention something about spinning the plate.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna spin the plate.
How are you going to attempt it?
um, that's a good question. How would I spin a plate? I don't know. Um, I guess like the you kind of describing this is so weird. Okay.
Have you ever seen anybody do it like as an act for like one of those performing shows, say at a
I only
circus or
ever
something?
have seen the lady that goes on the really high unicycle that throws the bowls on her head. That's the only thing I can think of with like dishware performances.
You ought to look it up sometime. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
But
Hello.
hey, George. Um, so are you? I'm assuming you at least get the concept, and you're able to put it up on an edge of the plate somehow, and you're just gonna probably look at it confusedly, and while it's standing on its edge, while you're holding it on the table, try to spin it like that.
Hmm.
So go ahead and roll me a performance.
Performance. Oh,
Oh,
the
did
dice
I
are
interrupt?
not in my favor today.
They are not. You do not. You're good, George.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Um,
did I interrupt like her?
No, she made it off the table. She was just she's trying to get off the ship on her own here because she was talking to Adune. So I was letting it all play out to see what all happens there. Um, I
Yeah.
This is actually a really good time for you to get here because with a 5, you are probably waking up in your cabin to the sound of the plate not just not just falling, but almost as if it had been ricocheted off the wall that
Oh
you're
God.
sleeping on. So it's
Oh God, don't ask me to fucking spin it, cause my character isn't dexterous either.
I'm
oh, okay.
dexterous. I'm just not good at performance.
I'm bad at both.
I
Actually, I don't know what my performance is. For some reason, oh, wait, performance? Do you mean? Is it performance? I thought it was a dex roll.
No, it's everybody always thinks it's a dex roll, but I've made it a performance roll ever since people started actually taking it to heart and trying to make it a show of spinning the plate. Uh, the last time it it got used just before the session you weren't here. One of the Ralsons just tried to spin it on his finger, dropped it with a failed roll, and kicked it straight into his brother's buttocks, and then spun it on his brother's buttocks after that. So
Speaking of missing sessions,
yeah,
I've missed a lot.
yeah. I'll do a recap. Don't worry. I just was finishing up where we're at there, so I think this is probably a good spot. Looks like we're getting some other folks to wander in here.
What's up, nerds?
Yo,
See my link.
the link? What link?
the
I
link in the
finally
chat.
got around, to putting up the Dungeon Crawler Carl books for you.
Ooh, nice.
1 through 3.
Nice.
And a little
nice.
sample YouTube thing for those who have never heard of a lit RPG.
Yeah, should be a good book. I'm excited for it. I've been trying to use my Audible credits sparingly to try and filter it in between them, but then Lightbringer came out, and I've just been devouring that.
I restarted the all of the book, like the audiobooks from the start for Lightbringer, so I have not started it yet. I have just gotten through the first half of book 4, so I'm a little off, but I'll get there.
Yeah. It's probably a good idea because I started into it raw, and I'm like, the fuck is going on?
It's a very different vibe than the first trilogy.
I'm liking it so far.
Yeah,
What is Lightbringer?
It's
by Pierce Brown.
It's a book series, the first one of which, and I think the whole thing is called The Red Rising, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Red Rising series. Think
It's a long novel.
think
I thought he-
sci-fi, Roman culture in the solar system, with all the planets being terraformed and genetically made to have like monsters and stuff like that. And then a color system of gold people on top, and then
a caste
everyone
system.
else, a caste system where everybody's slaves to the golds. And it's a whole book about like the, political overthrow and blah blah blah. It's pretty great. I was on a panel with the author in 20 something.
Pierce?
Yeah.
Oh.
Got a photo with him. Well, I got one of the authors for the Denver Comic-Con panel for whatever the hell it was we were doing. Didn't show up, so I got to sit in, which is really cool.
I
With
feel like not showing up
Pierce.
to like a public event is like a very bad thing for your reputation.
For what?
Your
Reputation. Probably if you're worried about that sort of thing, but it sounds like that judge in particular probably wasn't.
Well, it wasn't like a judge panel. It was like a Comic-Con like discussion panel, right? It was 4 authors supposed to be up there. The guy who wrote Shannara, Pierce Brown,
Shannara
and then
Chronicles?
and then some rando.
That dude's gotta be old.
He's old as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked into starting to read those books, but they're smaller, and I knew that they were written a long time ago, so I started trying to read them too, and it was just not fitting into my palate.
Yep. But one of the guys was gone, and for some reason I got singled out and added to the panel. And ever since then, every time I see Pierce Brown, he always remembers my name, but he thinks I'm an author. He's like, "Hey man, how's the book?" I'm like, "I'm still an architect, man." My one claim to fame.
By the way, we've got Barrett here, everyone. I think we're only missing
Hello.
Olivia now to introduce, but Rarlson's Matt, Warren is George, Ash is Jesse.
Actually, I'm Frederick. This is the wrong.
Yeah, you're Frederick in this one. Yeah, my bad. And I did say Ash. I was just reading the first names that were there, honestly.
The
So-
Ash chat. Wait, the easy way is I'm the big guy in this one. I think I'm the biggest person.
Well, you're the one that's going to be introduced to her next here, thematically. So I think that'll be a pretty easy one to stick with.
And in the evil campaign, I'm the asshole.
No, he's totally polite. So much manners.
Oh.
See, I'm not like the talking type asshole. I just do asshole things out of nowhere.
Oh, like the silent dick that just like sits in the corner and then will like throw something at someone and then act like it wasn't them.
Oh, way worse. Because I
Blues.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah,
I
that's
don't
just
act
the
like it
basic
wasn't me.
example.
I
Embrace
embrace
it.
that it was me.
Oh, okay, you're like proud of being the asshole. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Hello.
Is that an Olivia?
Hello, hello.
Greetings and salutations.
What's up?
Before we start, I want to say one more thing. I just got an invitation for a work party for a luau, and then I was like, wait, we're having a luau party while Hawaii just had...
Oh,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
not very tasteful.
Party will be
Well, so they
fire.
do it every year. So
Oh my
one of
God.
the owners is from Hawaii, so they do an annual luau cookout every year, and
Okay. That makes
this was
sense.
Maybe they'll
already set
have-
up.
I mean, maybe they'll have a moment of silence or an
That's what I said.
observation or like raise
was like,
money
maybe
for the disaster.
Yeah, like a donation bucket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I have
like, I
one
just-
more. It's Barrett. I have one more random comment. So I was on a call today, a work call, and the person giving the presentation sounded exactly like Franklin. Like, no shit, no joke.
Really?
Yeah, so the whole time, it
concerning.
was like in my head, Franklin the Turtle was giving this presentation, and it was actually really nice.
Oh, I can only imagine trying to take someone seriously as Franklin the Turtle.
Right?
Yeah.
It was Turtle, but it was fun.
Oh, that poor guy must have such a just naturally nasally voice. Oof.
Yeah, or sinuses are running away. I don't know what his problem was, but
Well,
yeah, even like exactly sounded like Franklin. Anyway, fun tidbit.
That was pretty good. I do want to say something too before I forget. I'll probably didn't get to mention this to you, Barrett, but we do biannual like in-person sessions. So
Oh, you did talk about this at VegFest, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Should I
if you
know who
see
Barrett
anything-
is?
No, Barrett is new here. So it's
Okay.
doing the introductions. That's why I was using people's names a little bit.
Cool.
And then
Just making sure.
I'll change my
uh,
server profile to reflect the characters.
Josh
and
usually does that.
yeah, the more that you help out, though, the more that's nice too. I like that. But
I like
yeah,
to get I'd like.
creating your character, that was nice. It
Yeah.
gave us a good bit of time to get you into the world. So
Wait, are you going to be in both campaigns?
Yeah.
That affirmative.
I think
Yes.
so. I think that is the plan.
I thought everything
Oh.
just broke for a second. Everyone went really quiet.
Oh no, my mic likes to not pick up my voice sometimes, so.
Oh well,
Uh,
it's fine. I went to plug in my mic and realized that the USB had been smashed, so I had to fix that real quick.
Oh no.
Oh no. How what?
I think I might have rolled over it with my chair. It's fine. It
Ooh.
works.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It's working.
Normally only when I go high pitched it doesn't pick up. So luckily right now character voice is not high pitched. So
Cool. Though, I mean, it's coming through otherwise good, I think. I haven't
Yeah.
heard it. There misses a word here or there, but
so would
everybody's
any mic
tends to
pretty
do that.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but I
But
think we
yes,
have
I am.
everyone.
Yeah, I am planning on being in both. I am a fiend for D&D. I've been playing for like 6 years, so
Where are you physically located?
I'm in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
but the one thing I wanted to say about it is that the one we're planning right now is October. If you look through the chat some, you'll see some more of the details, specifically noting that Eurythmic Veracity is the channel for that right now, chat-wise, for what's going on there. And for everyone, I just wanted to say I did book that one that we all agreed upon there. So that one's, we've got that slated.
Wait,
Buckeye
which
Lake.
one?
All right.
Yeah,
see.
the Buckeye Lake one.
One with
Do we owe
the
you money?
tables? Or the one with the waterfalls?
Tables.
Okay.
And I booked it for the small amount that they could let me book it for now, which I don't usually expect anybody to dish out until the day until it nears too, because I've left some stopgap for more people to join. Because the more people that we can fit in there, the lower the prices for everyone as well. That was one of the things. Not that you're obligated to come, Barrett, to play in person, but I just wanted to throw that out, that is occurring and give you ample
It's a
time.
really good time. I highly
is.
suggest it.
I
We have a
love
lot
it
of
in
fun.
person.
I got really drunk last time.
So we
like-
all did.
That's like a given for basically any D&D in person. I should be able to.
Are we
Maybe.
doing the
Yeah,
enemies
you don't have to give
as
me an
Jello
answer right
shots this year?
now.
Ooh.
Every time you
I
kill
don't
one,
know.
you get to take the Jello shot and eat it.
That was a fun one. Or we could just start off with this one game that I got on Friday there for the people that are getting there. Then it's a drinking card game that you play. That you're a wizard, that you're casting spells and you're trying to kill the other ones, but to gain health you have to drink alcohol, usually. So, anyways, but I think we got everyone here. Any other points of order before we get started? Anyone else want to? Silence means no. Okay.
Yeah.
I will start with the recap then. The hand of fate tosses, the dice roll, spins, turns, and a campaign starts and ends, leaving memories that become stories. Stories flow out into the infinite sea, painting it with legends. Legends wash up on the shores throughout the infinite sea, fading to myth until myths are forgotten and the campaign that gave it birth comes again and again. The hand of fate tosses, the dice rolls, spins, turns. Hitherto, the rum rollers in the Pink Plush Pig Magical Dance Club in Socrates were enthralled with one of the side rooms that they experienced, called the Experience Room. While Queen Fiada's guard discussed with them the plan to face the Red Dragon Shandar, they were also given a map of his island, and pointing it out, the Queen's Guard did on their map. While they were summoning a few scenarios in the experience room, the rum rollers discovered quickly they are not prepared for a battle with a red dragon, even as a child red dragon. The Rarlsons attempted to convince Queen's Guard also to throw in one of these illusion crystal rooms as part of their deal to set up with Shandar, the red dragon, who was they were supposed to convince to give them his breath for 1% of the profits of that was the trade. As the man, I'm all thumbs today. As the thumping of the music around them continued to while they were continuing to experience the experience room. Let's see what happens this time. That's my short recap. The last thing, so some other parts that I'm gonna have to fill in here because I didn't see that you were getting to get with us here, George, which is awesome. But the last thing you specifically remember, if I recall correctly, you were with everybody in the market. You went to the labs, Ferris's labs, and
The last time I might have played this character was at the last Eurythmicity event.
And did you meet the queen though? That's what I'm trying to remember next.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So the
think we
last.
just put
I
him on the
also lost
boat.
all my stuff.
Yeah. So you're currently waking up in a really bad mood because I guess the very last thing you would have remembered would have been then Warren in an alternate plane, taking your entire backpack, um, the extra dimensional sort of backpack that you had started storing pretty much everything in. Um,
Oh
luckily,
no.
luckily, you're still generally just wear your armor and weapons. I would guess
Yeah,
about
but
your person, but
everything else I had was in the backpack already. I already moved everything over.
Oh no.
and yeah, well, you are waking up to what felt like a horrible dream that you're realizing is a reality when you're realizing also that you're on the in your rooms in a dune. You're guessing your friends must have put you there after you didn't come back to consciousness before meeting the queen, which you were supposed to go do. You have no idea if everybody's gone and done that, but you're in your room currently, and you hear a bonk on the wall, like I'd said, and then the of what sounded like the plate, hitting the wall, falling and settling down on the floor.
I just grumble and like roll out of bed. I'm like slunch forward. Like, what is it now?
You go out the door then?
Yeah.
You'd probably get control of your guy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my character sheet and I'm not even in the game yet. Hold on, I'll be there. I knew I was forgetting something.
I mean, you could use your imagination.
Imagination.
That works too.
Hold on, I'm loading it. Why did it go back to regular mode? Where's dark mode?
Ew.
Ew, out
Yeah.
of dark mode? Gross.
Yes.
Yeah, nobody likes that.
Weird. Okay. I'm looking at a black screen right now.
Yeah, I have to do this thing again here because you weren't on the screen yet. Try that now. That work?
Hold on, I reloaded just in case. Went back after I reloaded. What's wrong? I still see blackness.
Yeah, let me know. You got it refreshed though, right?
Yes.
Okay. Trying to drop another token here. Oh, that time it worked.
Oh, that something yep happened.
How's that?
Or maybe I did something. I don't know.
Why is it not?
Do you have it blinded or something?
I do. Of course I do.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah. And you can control that one. I can't even freaking control it. Okay,
Put it
you can
blind.
control it though, it looks like. You
Yep.
can rotate it, but you can't move it forward
No,
or around.
I was
Okay,
just
good.
rotating. Hold
Okay,
on.
good. I was just doubly making sure. For some reason, I can't control it, but you can. It works fine for me. I think. But you stick your head out the door, and you see the plate finishing its last rotation on the floor, right here.
Okay.
And you hear somebody cursing probably around the corner.
I
your left.
launched that. Jeez.
I pick
It
up
was
the
a
plate and start walking.
out in towards the rest of the crew quarters there, the little dining hall.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, the first thing you see is Baharash slumped up against the wall, snoring, with Wisteria next to him, doing much the same. And a person you haven't met that is standing at a table to your left.
Wait,
Go-
Wisterio?
Yes.
That name sounds familiar, but I can't.
Wisteria is who
A
took the
Fey
place.
elf. Yeah.
Yeah, the Fey elf who took the place of Zeph in the party. Gab's character.
Did I?
Wisteria?
Yes.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
met Wisteria.
You've definitely met Wisteria. She was in the woods. Was where you guys met her the first time.
Okay, maybe it's just the player icon being different than what I'm normally used to.
Could be. But otherwise, you see this other new person. If you want to describe yourself, Zenora.
Yeah, she's a halfling, so she's very small. She's got really long, like jet black hair and like the palest freaking complexion you can think of. And she's scared.
I imagine since my character, if you haven't realized, is a Goliath. He looks like he's been in bar fights for his entire life and eats
Oh,
glass.
great.
And eats glass.
It's glass.
He looks very like he is heavily scarred. Like in his like, he looks. I don't even know how to, like. I have it like a description, like an in detail description, but he's very.
You
Not
said
like-
eats glass, and I just imagined like a Goliath Grinch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hate,
Damn.
hate, double hate, loathe entirely. I forget what I was talking about for a second. Okay, yeah.
How big
Get
you
the
are,
plate.
and there's a tiny person in front of you.
And then I'm tiny.
Yeah, but you've got a giant pile of pillows in between you. 200 pillows or so thick.
Wait, aren't Rawson's brothers in there as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they would be. You also see 3 human-sized cats. At this point, they're probably all napping on each other, laying on top of a very fancy-looking table, and covered in probably cuddling penis pillows.
That are vibrating softly in their arms.
What's the battery life on those things?
Forever.
Is it battery or is it magic?
I was gonna
Magic
say
batteries.
magic batteries.
Sounds
Uh,
perfect.
You charge it like a shake weight.
Perfect.
Um,
So I say, who are you?
Hi. I'm Sonora. I just kind of showed up here. I'm confused. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. Totally makes sense. Not even surprised. People just keep showing up. Yeah, it's whatever.
Just so that's normal.
At this point,
Okay.
I
was told by the ship that you use the plate.
Yes. And I try to spin it on the ground. Like
go
just
ahead and
like roll a performance.
yeah. You can tell me how you're gonna do it too. That might give you some advantage.
Fucking
You can do it.
I
Don't
was-
drink the plate.
I was just
It
going
did
to
it worse than me.
I was imagining I would just like flick it onto the ground and just like
Just like
I don't know, just like flick it downwards and like a spinny motion. I don't know.
Like spinning a quarter.
Yeah, kinda.
sorry. Yeah, I'm imagining that it would just slam down on its edge and take off like a tire and roll up Baharash's shield that he's got leaned up against him while he's sleeping. He'd probably go back to the plate that just rolled up the side of his shield and smacked off the ceiling like a car ramping off of like a Hot Wheels car ramping off of it.
We couldn't just get a teleporter that is phrase activated. We had to have one you spin because that makes it so convenient.
Go ahead and roll me perception for one of your brothers there, Rarlson's.
Perception. There you go. Not good. They're sleeping.
We're really bad.
Continue. You get roll it 3 times. There's 3 of them there, right?
Alright, that's fair. 2 and 3.
Two of them continue to snooze on. While probably Jeffrey the Magnificent, I would only presume.
Absolutely. He wakes
Would
up.
be ears perked up, eyes only half open, looking around.
He hugs a penis pillow closer to him as he takes in the scene.
Don't want anyone to touch it.
You guys are having issues getting out of the ship, right?
How could you tell?
Well, the plate on the ground rolling away at a very fast rate is a dead giveaway. So Jeffrey will separate himself from the mass of cats that are sleeping on a table and walk up to both of you and put his hand on each of your shoulders and nod. Doesn't say anything. And then he's going to spin the plate.
You'd probably be able to get one over the other. They're very far apart from
I
each
was
other.
gonna say, but your arms are
Well,
gonna
like-
be like completely diagonal.
He'll go from one then to the other. First to the first.
yeah. See, I imagine.
I am approximately 3 feet tall, so
He like kneels down.
And then you pick up the plate as Jeffrey. Go ahead
Yep.
and roll me a performance. And elaborate on how you're spinning this plate.
Um,
Damn it,
I
was
think
really hoping you would roll
he
bad.
will. He'll spin it in a way that's onto the ground right next to this small a gnome or halfling
halfling.
And kind of like demonstrate to this new person how it works as he just kind of spins it on what appears to be like a little knot in the wood on the floor.
And what happens is you're spinning it on the knot, probably just with your toe too, while you're using your hands to gesticulate,
Yep.
as if it was easier than breathing. And it starts to float up as it's spinning, and when it starts to blur faster than motion, you take your paw away, and it starts to turn into this rotating portal that it. Oh shoot! Who's backpacker? Where is this at now?
I think Kat normally has it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had it during the last session. I'm still pretty drunk though, right?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me perception with disadvantage.
Okay. Ten.
Still coming through as Ash.
Oh. I'm on the wrong character sheet, my bad.
That would explain the +5.
Not only do I have no stuff,
15.
but I am now
Whoa!
but I am now poor. Because
Oh no!
Oh, all your money
Yeah,
was
you
in
are
that bag.
poor.
No, I spent all my money on the bag.
Oh. It had the sex
Yeah.
candles
Anything
and
on
everything.
the bag, nothing to put in it.
the rhythmic veracity is going to be bloody for you, isn't it? Anyways, so the portal is appearing to you guys, and as you're standing there, what appears to be on the other side at first is a really close-up view of a chicken before it's through the portal with all of their belongings, supposedly, as you wind up very confused and very nauseous, Cat, and on the other side of the portal. You're gonna also want to roll me a Constitution with disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Oh, my constitution is bad. No, roll.
Actually, because of the perception, you probably that was a freaking phenomenal roll. So sorry about that. I was thinking of the previous roll before that. You don't have disadvantage on it, but you're gonna have to roll me a Constitution.
Okay, should I just roll it a third time and just take that one?
No, I think the 14 is good.
Okay.
Which is the first roll that you had there, and you're on the other side, and everyone's seeing the chicken, but not throwing up yet.
It's like, oh no, I gotta hold it back. Oh, hold it in.
I angrily stomp through the portal, peeved off at how effortlessly Rolf's brother was able to do it.
Jeffrey just goes back to his brothers and goes back to sleep.
Everyone else?
Actually, he'll follow you guys out, I think.
Okay.
I just see a black screen right now, but I would say that I'm still just trying not to throw up and not get stomped on.
Yeah, you probably just get out of the way of Frederick's boots as he stomps through the portal, and then Jeffrey and the Grarl and Jarl follow behind through the portal. So you're left there holding in your vomit next to a new person who you've yet to introduce yourself to. You're like, oh, hello.
So,
Hello.
wait, where does it open up to? Where does the portal open up to?
The portal is where Cat is standing on the other map, and it's onto the ship of Adune.
Yeah, but like in where we so yes to Adune, but is it? It's opening in the club. Is it Is it in front of us? Do we see it?
I'll give you in a second. I just wanted to let this interaction play out just one sec before we get back to that side.
Fair. But yeah, you were just saying. Okay.
I meant more so on the ship. Yeah, that's
Gotcha.
confusing because there was portal in two places. Sorry.
Okay, so
No,
did I
no
get
worries.
stuck through the portal, or am I still standing in the club?
You're on the ship.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's even more disorienting.
Okay, yeah, that's why I'm sick.
I was going to ask the same question.
Well, because
Sorry.
it was in my bag, so you opened up the portal and it just sucked me in.
Yep.
Yeah, so while trying not to throw up, I'm gonna see this new person here who is very short, but I think
Cat is shorter.
yeah, I am short. I'm a
Are you
chicken.
really?
I
You're
am
a chicken. Okay.
I'm a legit chicken. Like I am stuck in this form until I mend my ways.
Oh, before I angrily stomp through the portal, I look down at Chicken and look back at the new person and go, "This is a cat."
That's a
And
chicken.
then walk through the portal.
She's just gonna be like, but it's a, huh?
That's everyone's reaction.
And then while trying not to throw up, be like, "Yep, my name's Cat." Why are you on a Dune?
I'd like to know the same thing.
And probably at that time, Cat would probably see a golden torque around Zenora's neck.
Oh, okay. After noticing the twerk, I'll be like, "Oh, I see that you have also been, how do I word this? Summoned by our similar acquaintance." I don't want to just say outright God. I'm just gonna like tiptoe around it. Like, do they know?
Additionally, Cat would probably not put much faith in God.
Yeah, I got turned into a chicken. I feel like this is something. Well, a goddess might have done this to me, but I don't know. It was just a hot lady, and she just
She
left
got
me
me
turned into a chicken in the middle of town.
I would let a hot lady turn me into a chicken too.
I mean, she was smoking. All right.
Mm.
And I hit on her all night in the bar, and I
That's a
followed
very
her when
bad
she
habit.
left. I followed her out of the bar when she left, and I was being polite the whole time, but because I would not leave her alone, she finally turned around and turned me into a chicken, and she was just like, when you learn to better yourself, I will return you to your proper form. And then she vanished.
So does
Mm.
that mean she's watching you?
Like a pervert. Maybe, I don't know.
This Antiopolis is just the chick that turned him into a chicken, and now this is like revenge of some sort. And for some reason, we're in this for some reason.
Okay.
Plot twist.
Hmm.
None of what I said
There's
is
a lot
canon.
going on.
It's just that would be a funny, just coincidence.
So
Yeah, I'm just gonna accept it at this point.
So yeah, I'll be like, all right, well, we're partying in the club, and I try not to throw up again, and I'm like, you should come meet everyone, and I march through the portal.
You waddle
I
through the portal.
I guess I'll follow the chicken.
Let the adventure begin.
And on the other side of the portal, you'd kind of seen some flashing lights and unintelligibly so some moving bodies on the other side too. And where'd you go, Cat? You always
I think
disappear
I'm
on me.
still chilling here.
Oh, I
I'm
think I
just
seen you
really
move.
small.
I found you. Haha.
Wow, when I said the joke, I was kind of kidding, but no,
No, that is
Yeah,
literally where we're
that's-
at. We are at a club powered by magic and drugs.
Yeah,
Ah,
Ease.
and you do see quite a lot of light coming in and around down to a crystal that's focused on the dance floor that's rotating and floating in the air as it's refracting light into a beautiful laser show with a coming subtly throughout the whole space along with some other treble music and other things that people are moving and dancing to.
Frederick puts like a hand in front of his eyes and like, this is too bright for someone who just woke up.
I'm gonna wander back to the bar.
Wait, weren't we about to summon God?
Oh,
Huh?
we were.
We were all at the room, and we were thinking about summoning God.
okay.
Okay. So the room.
Yeah, no.
I drunkenly
If I remember,
flop myself back over.
if I remember, I wanted to summon Loki and somehow get that fucker to fix.
To fix.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I remember when I talked to my I don't know if it's an alter ego, but the giant that was stuck in hell. And I remembered we have beef with Loki. So if you guys are gonna conjure God, I would suggest we conjure Loki in some form or fashion he can't escape from.
I was going to say, I feel like summoning Loki does not fix anything.
No, summoning him
Well,
doesn't.
we had something very particular in mind, was summoning, because the lady in waiting, or the bodyguard, said that we could summon anything as long as we could like imagine it or draw it or picture it on her little scrying mirror.
Okay, describe to me how you draw Loki, because isn't Loki like a shapeshifter?
But the
Yeah.
suggestion that I made was like, oh, we can summon anything. And I said, we should summon the DM
Oh, that's right.
and then question them.
That's a little metagamey. And again, how do you summon the DM?
Well, here's the thing.
Summon God.
Here's the thing. The entire game is getting a little metagamey
Yeah.
because it started with, I think it was Finn gave his torque to someone in the other campaign.
Yep.
And then the different rhythmic veracities that you guys have done have included you guys as characters with other characters.
and someone
And
gave someone a
apparently
phone.
that that apparently downloaded information to some of us about the real world.
Yeah,
Yes.
like Cat is aware, but has like not acknowledged outright that he was created by me, IRL, and was set to be an orphan in this world, and he has a really big like chip on his shoulder about being an orphan. And so when we met in the last Eurythmic Veracity, he just kind of like used the forced chokehold on me.
See,
And
My
to be
par-
clear, you guys would all probably know from, well, the people that did partake in the Eurythmic Veracities know of your real world personas. You know, your the ones that you'd met this last time. Now, all of the knowledge of your knowledge, you know, your real world knowledge was downloaded in their brains for a second, but it was, you know, after the point, mostly forgotten because you can't remember all of that. As a dream, you know, that was how your brain handled it. So you would know of my existence, but also to be clear, I, as a person, have not made a show at Eurythmic Veracity. I've been another deity. I've been multiple deities that you know, and you realize that obviously.
So
Mm-hmm.
we have
yourself
this-
meta-wise. We're talking very meta right now. So
Okay, so I was like,
Come
our
on, very
characters have
meta
this
campaign.
weird, vague idea of the DM as this like overall person, but
Yeah.
having never actually met them. Like Rawson said, we just kind of have this like download of information.
mhm.
I love how most of the people at Eurythmic Veracity like interacted with their characters. My
Beautiful.
two characters beat the shit out of each other while I just kind of stood in the corner and was like, "Hey, guys, guys," and that was it.
Well,
So-
Mime is going to shoot some finger guns at the new person they don't recognize, and then stand to the side and fold their arms with like a very impatient, like, stubborn look on their face, and be like, "I vote Loki," and just stare there.
We can summon Loki. I was going to also suggest let's summon another person that we had met from the real world to see if that re-downloads, like updates the like cat on everything that the real person knows.
Oh,
And that's when, in between you guys, it seems like almost in the center, the Queen's Guard says to you all,
No,
There's
stop
gonna
it.
be an
You're ruining the
emergency.
game.
I can feel it.
no.
We must leave now. The sky is falling.
Wah.
You must stop what you're doing for fear of tearing a hole in the space-time continuum.
oh God.
But that's the goal.
She just goes, "Oh, sounds like you guys have been drinking a little too much of that tea."
You would
I
think.
turned to her and I'm like, "How do you know about the
Which tea?
What do you mean?
All the tea.
I just meant it more so as a nicety to say you guys are all drunk as fuck. Jesus.
I just squawk really loudly, and I scream out, "She's part of the simulation!" I don't know what that is, but for some reason it's something you say.
I
But-
suggest we summon Neo from the Matrix.
But
Oh my god, Neo.
would go on to say, I did want to elaborate. You guys are overthinking this a little bit much because these are literal just illusions inside this room that have only any real stake in this reality in that room. So anything you summon there isn't the real version of what you're talking about. It's just a copy, so to say.
That's
I
fine.
think I was explaining that last time.
But they know things.
Yeah, I
Wait,
think
yeah,
that would still be
potentially,
Wait, wait,
I
wait,
mean-
wait, wait.
They would know the things that you know.
Could we
Hmm.
summon the red dragon to see if we could find a weak spot?
We already
We-
did this.
That was a bad decision.
All right,
Not end well.
never mind. Moving on.
And we made chicken nuggets that night.
Did get quite crispy.
That was a rough fight.
Yeah,
Well, Buckhawk.
At
exactly.
that point, too, you do guys are hearing the over the announcements. The music kind of dies down for a second, and it's the DJ. Just checking in here, folks. We're just gonna give it a last call. We're already late in the night here. It's almost early morning. Yeah. So get your last drinks here. Got 1 hour. Hangs
Oh,
up.
shit.
Boo.
Amping back up for the
Mhm.
last.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying the music was just amping back up for it seems like the last little bit of the night.
I was gonna say, I imagine when I mentioned my idea of summoning the red dragon, the whole room who heard me just shudders. Just
Nope. None
I
of
don't.
that.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's paying attention or heard you. Everyone at this club is very
Oh, I think he means more so the group,
us
like you in particular. Yeah, because the rest of the club is very much
oblivious.
just dancing around. Yeah. There's very much loud music. You guys are having to scream at each other to probably understand this whole conversation.
Well, let's summon somebody. Either Loki if you want to talk to them, or one of us if we want to pump them for information. But what do we think?
Summon like Anniopolis.
So God, back to the start.
Well,
Well, that's true. This world's the simulation's God. Oh God, my brain.
Thinking too hard. Just do it. Do it. Do it.
so we're gonna summon the admin.
I mean,
Wait.
like I said, you guys are welcome to try. Give your hand at the kiosk here, and she points to the side of the wall. Just you gotta have some sort of image that you're drawn into it, and you've got to have some sort of purpose. In your mind, the image has to be there too, along with any other will and intent behind it, and then the room does the rest.
We should summon Craig.
Should summon Craig.
I would love to see what Craig
Just to yell at him. He's a bear.
Oh.
Anyway, while we're debating this, I'm gonna turn around. I can't tell which icon is our new character. Oh, so I'm gonna turn around and get real excited because Mime's real short. Mime's also a halfling. They're 3'1".
I'm shorter. I'm 3.
Yeah. So, but we're like on the same. And so I shot you some finger guns earlier, but I'm gonna leave off my stubborn stance for a little bit. I'm gonna shoot you some more finger guns and like a Wingapo type like wave. And Mime's real quiet, so I'm gonna say, I'm Mime. I'm the captain. What's up?
Nice to meet you. I'm confused, but I'm here.
That should be the slogan of this campaign.
I felt like it was appropriate.
That was great.
And for the evil campaign, it should be, I'm drunk, but I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We live at a bar right now.
I
so.
feel like I'm gonna like this other campaign too.
But yeah, Mime's just gonna nod and just look.
You cut out there at the end.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna nod, and not really do much else. Kind of look around and wait to see
Okay.
what everyone's doing.
Rarl, who is a fourth cat, who is outside now. There's now 4 of them, kind of all wrestling on the ground, will pop up and walk up to you and say, "Oh, hello, you are new. My name is Rarl. These are my siblings.
Hi.
Is there anyone you would like to talk to in the world?"
Oh my god, I just saw the other cats appear on the map.
Just boop.
Hello.
Everybody's there.
As this is happening, Frederick is going to look for like the exit because he has had enough of the music and the lights and is just ready to get out of this place.
You can definitely tell the main entrance is to the south down here.
Great.
Yeah, there seems to be a slug person that's slowly moving in front of it, though.
Damn slugs.
You can see they just moved past the second door. There's 2 doors though that exit. You step outside in the fresh night air, and it's as soon as the door closes behind you, all the music and everything in the inside seems to just be silenced, as if there's some sort of magic keeping it all in. There's a little bit of the lights that are making out some of the cracks of window or door every now and again, but it's very minimal. It's very quiet. You see the fresh first rays of daylight coming over the horizon, though, too.
So we just pulled an all-nighter. But it's last call, so we need to make a decision. Let's summon a god.
But which
Right.
one?
Let's do Loki because somebody had specific intent for that. Otherwise, we're just gonna be like, "Hi, are you God?"
Would you like to sit down and have a drink? It's last call.
Can you tell us things?
Am
Yeah,
I
do it.
real?
Is this the Matrix?
Is this real life?
And then he
Are
answers.
you real?
And then he answers, "Define real."
So, is anyone going to step up to the plate? Step up to the kiosk?
Someone's got to draw. Loki.
I mean, is that like? Does anybody else want to summon Loki?
I mean, I'm interested. I have no
Yeah.
idea why, but let's do it.
I have 0
Summon Loki.
opinions. I am just here.
I'm still stuck on like the idea of drawing Loki.
It's easy.
I mean,
Hmm.
Give him long black
Okay,
hair
mark.
and a green outfit and depict him
so
in
are you
chains.
summoning Marvel?
Marvel.
Loki.
Marvel's
I mean,
Loki.
Loki as he appeared in the other campaign, as Mame would have seen Loki. Mime's remembrance of Mame's memories of Loki in Minneapolis.
Inception.
Reception?
Listen, I didn't set this up.
Reception. It's fair. It's getting complicated, guys.
I like the
Summon
idea that
Loki.
you accidentally summoned the Marvel version of Loki instead, and he has no idea what the fuck's going on.
Just Tom Hiddleston.
I wouldn't complain about that.
Be like, hi. How are you? You like cock? Cock? I'm funny.
So, who's doing what?
So Mime will walk up and draw Loki as they remember from Mame's memories. And definitely will
Okay.
remember or recognize that he did not deliver promises that he made or the deal that they had, and so we'll definitely draw him as he was before he was freed. So very much like unable to move and tortured.
Okay.
Harsh.
Deserved.
Roll me a performance for that drawing, and you're going to want to roll me in addition to that, I'd said something last time, but history is the thing that's coming to me right now. I don't know if that was right or not, but I knew it was a double roll for this.
History makes
Insight.
sense.
19 on the history. Okay.
I remember what he looks like real well, but I can't really draw great.
I'm sure you
So-
can make it work.
He's
I
gonna be a
understand what
stick
I'm talking
figure.
about. I understand what I'm talking about. I just can't explain it to you.
Story of my life.
You
I know, right?
you get a pretty good drawing going, actually. He's on a slab. He's chained to it. It looks like those are all very clear. You get the loops of the chain and everything like that. But you also remembered like a snake that was dripping poison on him while he was trapped there, and it kind of looks more like a noodle that's dripping spaghetti sauce, with some like meatballs as the stalactites that it's holding on to. So you get a little distracted and your intent goes slightly awry, and that's what's appearing in the room as all stretched out in full glory of Loki, but which is a good 5, 10, 15, 20 feet of person in the room, straight out across the table where the crystal was. The crystal seems to be submerged inside of him somehow, and he's chained to the floor, and he's struggling inside the room like, ugh. What the hell? Where did the snake go? Ooh, spaghetti sauce.
I can only imagine that your drawing of Loki is like the drawing of the like famous horse, where like the back half is like and then it turns into
Yes.
Does he look like that? Just like the drawing?
He looks like intended from Mime's perspective, and anyone else that has memory of Loki through their respective characters. But he's very much more relaxed than you remember him in posture, because there isn't a snake dripping poison on him.
It should be more pleasant.
And he doesn't seem to notice anyone currently, outside of the doorway. He's just kind of like thinks he's where he's. Sorry, George.
I said it's been a long time since he's enjoying the spaghetti sauce.
Although eventually I feel like the acidity of the spaghetti sauce is going to do the same thing as the snake poison. But
A brand
that's
new
neither
product.
here nor there. Yeah. Good shit. Mime's going to look pretty happy with themselves. And just like, do like a butler, like stand in the doorway and like motion inside.
Well, I'm not going in there, says the Queen's Guard. I think I told you that if you die in there, you could die in here.
Mime's just going to shake their head, implying that the guard is missing a golden opportunity.
I'm gonna wander in drunkenly. I
Just
died
like
once.
last
Let's see
time.
what happens this time. And I just I'm sorry, is this person a bloody mess?
It looks like, yes, that they've been being mauled by poison beforehand. Like it'd been dripping on their face, melting their face and a good portion of their torso. But it does seem to be slowly coagulated or healing of some sort.
No, he's just covered in spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
Spaghetti sauce. Well, I'm just gonna hop up on their leg and start like walking down their torso to their face.
Oh, hello there, chicken.
Bargok!
Yeah, this will go great with the spaghetti sauce. You just walk a little bit closer over here. He's
And
like,
I just
using his
squat
chin.
down out of reach of him. Like, nope. Nope. Been through this once.
I love how everyone's
Damn.
reaction to chicken is the exact same.
I'ma eat it.
Also, it's like, hello, chicken? Question mark.
Can I eat this chicken?
I feel like you're also the person who talks to everyone for some reason.
Well, I feel like I can get away with a lot because I'm a chicken. I'm like, who's gonna suspect the chicken of doing nonsense? Nobody. It's a chicken. So
No, I
guess
can-
what? I'm gonna do nonsense.
Now I can only imagine the 007 intro, but instead of the music, it's box, and it's like a chicken doing the whole thing.
It's beautiful.
Yep,
Yes.
it's very much stuck in my head now. Thanks. That was good imagery. So, you're just pecking like at around his torso like a chicken, pretending to be a chicken, or what you doing?
No, I just got up there and I'm just gonna like squat down, like sit down, and just stare, like visual eye contact without saying anything.
Well,
I'm
that's
gonna
a
try to be an
stealth-
intimidating chicken.
Questions were we going to ask this guy? Mame?
We get out of hell.
Oh, that's. Wait, we're not in hell.
I mean that like the royal we.
Ah,
That's what you say to him. I'm guessing. Just you walk into the room. How do we get out of
Yes.
hell? He would be going. Well, Miss, Madam, I'm not real sure. Sir, okay, is this a chicken on me? Is this your chicken? I'm sorry, it's very distracting. Well, see, he looks around and he goes, I really don't know how to answer that question. I've been chained here for quite some time. I don't even really honestly know how to tell you where we are in hell.
in a simulation, right now.
In a painting in a Lego set.
Are you walking
Yeah.
into the room then too, Rolls, and explaining
Yeah,
that?
I'll follow her in. Hi,
Okay.
I'm a cat.
I'm gonna follow the cat.
He seems tied up, so as long as we stay out of his reach.
And he just goes, okay then. Seems like we're bringing the whole farmyard along. You got any more friends that you want to bring in?
I wish I was
Yeah,
there
hold
to do
on. I poke my head out, and then my siblings come in.
Well then,
We're all
now that
cats.
we've got the whole litter.
High
What was your
fives.
question again? That was still very distracting.
We're trying to escape this reality. And other, how would you escape a reality like hell or heaven or
Alcohol.
Aliopolis or
Alcohol and hard drugs.
I have
Yep.
many reasons for that, but none of them you're going to like.
Mime's just gonna stare at him. Not kindly.
So he looks at
and
the chicken and the halfling staring at him intently and goes, okay then, well, you could offer to, untie me first, then maybe be a little bit more kindly to your guests.
Did that.
we really can't. You're literally an illusion.
Sure. We're all illusions here, he rolls his
I
eyes.
put my hand through it. Can I put my hand through like his foot or something?
You put your hand on his foot and it feels very solid.
Oh.
He's
Oh, that's right. We were damaging the other.
Yeah. Mime's gonna look at him and be like, listen, we've been there, we've done that, we freed you, and you did not, we didn't get out of hell.
Well, that sounds like me, all right. You gonna get a raw deer sometimes.
Where would you
what gonna
go?
do?
If you were freed, where would you go next?
The bar.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Wait,
Probably the bar.
which bar? Because we're in a bar,
which bar?
and you're not there.
Well, technically, there is a bar surrounded by witches, but that's beside the point. And I'm also not here. I'm just communicating.
Oh, right.
I'm just communicating through the torque at this point.
He does look around a little bit more even confused because it probably would have came through the torque. You probably realize while you're standing outside you can use intent, you find, to listen in through the torques to somebody who isn't stopping you from listening in. Anyways, moving on. He goes, what bar would I choose? And he like tries to move his hand from the manacled position to his chin, and he's like, so inconvenient.
Mime's gonna look at him and just say, "Sucks to suck."
I'd probably go on a bit of a crawl, personally. It's been quite a while. You know, the full Tour de France?
Yeah, but where?
Probably.
I'm sure Asgard has quite a bar.
It does indeed, good sir. But, unfortunately, I'm not very welcome there. I'd have to fight my way through a good bit of folks, so probably not there.
Can you shapeshift, though?
Not in this current form. Unfortunately, these manacles are very well holding me.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna step kind of behind him out of his sight and just kind of gesture to the others with my knife in a stabbing motion? Question mark.
I imagine it's like stab, rug.
Mame,
Yeah, that's exactly what I just did in real life.
Mame
too.
is just gonna nod enthusiastically, like very much.
Yeah, I'm gonna nod too. Just still sitting,
Mame.
like down on his torso. I'm gonna nod to this, like, yep.
All right. I mean, I can make one sneak attack, but I don't know how you guys want to do this. If we want to all like just generally line up behind him and be like 1, 2, 3, or
Hold on, I'm coming.
I kind of want to do like we're gonna ask you one more time, and that way like he doesn't see the threat, and then when he doesn't answer, then we just stab him.
sure.
If we're in the room, there's a threat.
Oh,
We are threatening.
are there cannons on Adune?
Yes.
Yes.
Can we go get one? Also, Josh, DM question. I just became a hexblade. Can I make my pack weapon a cannon?
I feel like I've had this discussion before. What, you'd have to let
Probably
me,
with me.
yeah, you might have to let me read through that one.
Yeah, that's fine.
specifically to answer your question, because I don't fully understand the context.
Yep.
So theoretically in D&D, if you roll high enough, you can do anything.
Sure.
Cool
I mean,
point.
he
Normally,
can
a
choose,
natural
but-
20 is always the best scenario, not necessarily that you automatically can do it.
Yeah.
So my character is fairly large. Can I pick up a cannon?
I don't know if it's gonna come off of Adune's deck.
Yeah.
Not that you can't lift it. I feel like there's some like magical reason why it wouldn't come off Adune's deck. Right, because Adune's not a normal ship.
Ask politely, I guess.
Yeah, she might give it to you if
Can
you
we go
ask,
out-
but I don't think you can take it forcefully. I mean, obviously this can be overruled by the DM,
Right.
but my feeling is that
We would never take it forcefully. We're the good campaign.
Can we just summon a cannon?
I mean-
Can I draw
It's like
one?
a two-use thing.
on the chalkboard outside.
Oh yeah, that's true. Let's draw a cannon.
Wait! Can you just draw an anvil above?
Someone
So-
overwrite Loki.
I feel like
To
that should
answer-
work.
Your question about picking up cannons. They're like 6,000 to 8,000 pounds, so that would probably be a hard no. Just after some quick
Yeah, thank you,
Googling there.
Google.
Really? An average, like, I feel like that's very...
Yeah, they have to have. Well, they have to have the mass to counteract the 38
Explosion.
to
Yeah.
40 pound, the 30 to 40 pound balls that they're shooting through the air.
Right.
Average.
I mean, we could just do like regular old attacks. I know stabbies, but
Stabbies are
I'm
fun.
not
There's
much
a
of a
god.
stabber.
And we just tried to fight a baby dragon and failed.
Mm-hmm. We
So
could use
I'm
a
thinking
win.
we need something. Yeah. What about like a good old fashioned
Bit of
guillotine?
fashion would be nice.
Ooh,
Just a
nice
good
and
old
fashioned.
fashioned French guillotine, right? Just go back to basics.
I'll just put it like right at his head and he can't escape. So it's just like, all right, answer our questions.
Why don't
That's
we
very
do this
effective.
More like thing? Why don't we
But
have
it
like,
would have to be some sort of like god killing material.
well, what if we make it a pendulum so it just slowly like creeps down as it swings? Much more intimidating.
Now we're getting maniacal.
It is. This isn't a huge room.
We're getting dark.
Also, that gives him time to react, and
Well, he's chained down. What is he going to do?
I don't know. We chained down a wizard the other day, and or a witch the other day, and she blew us up with a fart.
You just hear him too listening in the conversation apparently because he just starts going like whistle. I don't know if that came through or not, but he's just whistling like the Jeopardy theme song.
Yeah.
How do you know that
Sock
song?
in his mouth.
Put a dick
We're
in his
talking.
mouth. Put a dick pillow in his
Oh.
mouth.
I put a big pillow in his mouth. There you go. Perfect. So you can't count.
So if we're doing something, you need to not interrupt.
All right.
You
So-
reach through the portal, pull out a big pillow. Good.
The table. We could drop the magic table on him, the DM's table that I picked up at the start of the game, which I'm surprised we didn't do that this time. On a Dune, don't I have a giant god table?
Is it on a Duna?
Not a giant one, but a god table. I'm pretty sure, because my siblings were sleeping on it at the start of the session. And that was made by a god, so if we drop it on a god, that would probably work.
Just beat another god down with another god's body.
I mean, why not?
Another god's furniture. I'm gonna go grab it. Actually, I'll have somebody who's strong help me, because I'm not a strong character. Who here?
I am also not a strong
Oh,
Big
character.
strong person.
I feel like there's one answer.
Or
to this
magic?
question
Does
that is
anybody
hard.
have magical means to levitate things?
Well, don't we have a? Isn't Warren or Frederick? Aren't you a strong character? Somebody was just asking about picking
Yeah.
up a cannon.
Yes, that I am. I think.
Ah, so perfect.
What are we doing?
Will you help us?
I wasn't paying attention. What are we doing?
So I realized we have on Adune I was fearing how to kill a god, right? Because we failed trying to kill a baby dragon. But on Adune we have a table made by a god with his seal. So I figure if we kill him with that, that would work.
I thought
Like,
we
that's a
had
material.
I thought we had a conversation about how we couldn't take things from the ship.
No, that was just cannons.
Well-
This isn't of the ship.
Yeah, this was mine, but like I brought it onto the ship, like the penis pillows.
All right.
So that's what I think. We just beat him to death with a god table
I mean, I
and
feel like
level up.
I feel like it's worth trying.
table.
Yeah.
Beat him down with the table.
I have a very vivid image in my head of Frederick beating Loki to death with a table, and it's very funny.
Make it happen.
Yeah, you can make your dream come true right now.
Go get that table.
Did they close the portal?
No, we
I
got-
did say- No, yeah, it's still open there.
How did I? Okay. I guess I just do what do. I guess I'll walk through and pick up the table, or try to.
You walk through, you look very confusedly at the table and how to pick it up only because it seems extra dimensional and it kind of hurts your brain to look at. Sometimes it has extra legs, sometimes it's upside down, sometimes it's sideways. But you just kind of close your eyes, shake your head, and grab for it, and it feels like it's in your hands.
Just a strength.
I don't even think you would need to roll strength. It feels like just as heavy as a normal table would. And your physical capacities, what's your, there isn't a passive strength, but what's your strength is pretty high if I remember correctly. What's it at?
20.
Yeah, no problem. So it's in your hand.
I walk back through. Now I'm just carrying a table through the nightclub.
Yep.
Doo-doo-doo.
Don't mind me.
Through the nightclub. That looks extra dimensional in nature.
Will it fit through the door? Oh, it's perfect for this nightclub.
And it does go through the door, no problem, because it's a easily easy. You gotta turn it a little bit on its one corner or whatever to get it around as you're coming around the edge of it, but otherwise easy peasy. Loki looks up at you, shackled on the table, or mostly on the floor, I guess. Lifts his head up and goes, "Well, that's unfortunate."
Yes, he appeared.
How do I roll to attack someone with a table?
Improvised weapon.
Yeah, you can roll. It's under actions that action in combat. It's called improvise, which is I can tell you whatever you want to roll there. So I would say that you'd probably just be doing your. For you, would basically be like an unarmed strike. You're not proficient in tables, so.
Make it a skill.
I'm not the Dudley Boys. I'm not proficient in tables.
I mean, yeah, you're not proficient in tables yet. I should have led with that.
I feel like there's not enough wrestling fans to understand that.
Womp womp.
A 14 would hit Loki restrained as he is, and
So this might be just like the best weapon you've ever found.
Right?
Go ahead and take the Tavern Brawler feat and profit.
Whoa, that's a lot of things.
it was just about 25 damage. You see him, though, as it would strike him, it just... And he just goes, "Ow, that was unpolite of you. Oh, that hurt in a little bit extra dimensions than I was expecting. Oh, well then, seems you found a godlike weapon of sorts."
I'm also gonna make sure I'm out of the way. Like I don't want to get hit with the table.
Answer our questions or I hit you in the dick.
Intimidation.
Jock.
I think I'm gonna. Oh no, I'm not.
Yes, weaponize the table.
I just imagine I'm standing there with my eyes closed because I can't like comprehend the table.
He looks around and he goes, "Okay, what's your question there?"
Guys, this is your cue. Ask.
Again, you have abandoned friends of ours in hell. How do they find you and/or get out?
Revenge is a strong
And
word.
I would say that to most of my deals, I hold true to a certain point. If you'd made a deal with me, it more than likely means that it will come to fruition. I just be a little squirrely on exactly how and when.
That's not an answer.
What if you waited until it was like after they were dead?
The 10 doesn't quite hit. You just miss like his thigh as you're trying to reorient and your eyes closed.
Does he hit
So he
what's the
goes-
artery in the thigh? The femoral artery?
No,
Wait,
he
wouldn't this
just
be
misses-
at
just
advantage
misses the thigh.
because he's prone and restrained?
But he's got his eyes closed, so I'm kind of like...
Ah, that's true. It's like a pinata.
I would love to see this in a comedy skit.
Saturday Night Live beating down Loki.
So, does that answer your question? I thought it would. Apparently, this one doesn't think so because he keeps trying to hit me. But
Does not.
Well, we're going to kill him.
Yeah.
okay. Well, I guess I need some more context because I'm not the Loki that you think that I am.
How would
apparently,
you
and this
know
rattles
this?
his thing.
Hold on. How about instead of how they get out, why don't you give us a rundown on every floor of hell as far as you understand it, so
Ooh.
that we can give this information to them?
Ooh.
I like that.
That's very
Give us more
boring
information. If you
stuff.
can't get them out right away, let's give them as much info as they can take.
Wait a minute. Why are we helping our hell counterparts?
Because we're all just characters in a simulation, and the real enemy is the giants who control us.
Someone said summon God. This is the good campaign. Mime is aware of another person's, if you want to be that, uncaring existence and pain and frustration and struggles. And Mime understands that pain. And, there's an opportunity. Nobody stopped me, so here we are.
Yep.
Now we're going to do.
Well, I don't know if you know or not, but apparently, I'll start from the beginning at the very least that I can think of. You've got the first level of hell, which
Mime's
is
gonna just
the-
plop down on the ground,
hope-
Indian style, and put their hands in their lap and just stare up at him like a little kid at reading time.
Well, do we have the torque from the evil campaign? Because we could link them in right now.
It's on Flint, who's on the boat, I think. Or no, is he still in the club?
Do I have any?
He would have been. I
Take
put him on just a different layer because he's not here tonight. But
Okay.
if you wanted to say that he was just listening in, I would.
That or we can just grab the
Completely.
torque from him while
No,
he
no, no.
stands in.
It's Thomas. Flint is in the other campaign.
Right. Thomas
Yeah.
has it.
Yes. Yeah, they have each other's torques, is what it is.
Yeah. So either way, I'll Rarl quick go grab that and bring it in, and turn to the new character and just be like, I forgot your name again. Sorry, but you could see how crazy this shit is.
It's Zenora. Yeah, but honestly, I've stopped questioning.
Damn. Zunora, it's nice to meet you. I apologize. Right. I will tap it. Hello? Are you guys there?
No one can come to the phone right now.
Well, shit. I guess we could leave just a really long extended message for them.
Record the whole thing that's happening right now.
Yeah, I'll just hit record or leave the phone on.
Off the
I
hook.
think,
Well-
I think after you tap on it and ask if somebody's there, I can imagine Flint being like grunting and being like, "Who the hell is this?" Because he expects to only hear Thomas through this, and he's tired of seeing Turtle Butthole.
That's alright.
Warren in the background asking about more drinks. Isn't that what Warren and Flint are doing? Is drinking?
Well, they
Depending on
would-
when the timeline is.
Yeah, I was gonna say they would find themselves in a very, very different situation where they last left off. But you guys were probably passed out, so I think the message thing was more appropriate, honestly.
Sure. All right, we'll just record it and send it to him, and then I'll have one of my siblings also make a copy for ourselves.
How?
Paper and pencil.
Got it. All right.
You're telling
well-
me you have a medieval recording device on your person.
Is everyone ready? I guess it looks like you're all settling down there. I could use a drink. My lips are quite parched myself. If I help with telling the tale.
Insight.
Making both of
Where's
you.
my insight?
I'm gonna
Oh,
Mime.
okay. I'd seen it different. Do you hit him again or try to there, Frederick?
He's like,
Did you roll a natural one?
Wait, where's Rarlson? Mime's gonna lean over, get up, and walk over to Rarlson, and be like, "Get him a drink, but just dump it on his head."
Okay, let's
you
go.
miss Loki, but you stub your foot with the table then there, Frederick, and 26 points of damage, and you feel as if this damage is like it's going worse than what you would expect. Just the corner of the table smacking you on a booted foot would feel like, as if it were somehow like it. But it fades very quickly, and because you're wondering whether or not it's going to come back in future events. It seems like it kind of made you start questioning reality for a second.
Oh, I stubbed my toe so bad I ascended.
He is one of the gods now to summon.
Whoa.
Just his toe.
He stubs his toe and he immediately goes T-pose and starts floating into the air.
Get him!
Quick
Speaking
time
of
down.
which, as you do so too, oddly enough, you all hear almost as if a zimming sound while Rarlson, you step away to get the drink, I presume, and look up because the sound seems to be groaning from above, and this giant coin seems to be seeping through the floorboard somehow into the space on top of where Loki's at, to the size of Loki, so like a 20-foot coin, just slowly lowering itself down towards Loki into the space, and it's mostly recognizable to Zenora, who recently kicked a coin, and this looks like that coin.
Oh my god.
It's a golden coin that is emerging into the space slowly. It only looks like half of it's made it through currently, but it's slowly coming into the space, and Loki goes, "The heck? What the?"
Sorry, that's my bad.
What's going on?
But we may want to make sure we're not in the way of that.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Out the room. Go. Don't have to tell me
It's
twice.
slowly coming into the room, so it's not like it's like anytime soon. It looks like you got plenty of time to ask your questions, perhaps. You walk back in, Rarlson, with the drink that you're going to do what you're going to do.
Mommy's gonna hiss
Loki, I
after.
guess.
Dump it on
This is
his
the time.
head. Waterboard him.
I mean, but he's cooperating.
Fuck him.
Is he? Forgot.
So Mime just has this very bad taste regarding Loki in general. The whole point of this was just to trying to help Mame, right? Like felt Mame's pain very viscerally through these memories, and though it's faded some, very much understands that Mame's in a bad spot because of this guy.
I'll kind of turn to you and be like, I'll do it once we're done. We need information from this guy. I'll say it kind of on the down low
That's
or before I get
That's
in.
what waterboarding's for.
After
That's one way.
with attempts with the table, I start doing the pinata thing where I'm feeling with the table now.
Jesus.
I'm gonna call out a little to your left.
I'll give him a little bit of a drink, and I'll be like, okay, you can have more later once you tell us all the information about the different layers of hell so that we can help our friends there.
I'm imagining, I don't know what you've actually done, but just you're holding the cup in front of his chin, and he kind of leans forward into it and keeps dunking his tongue in it like a dog, lapping it up.
That or a big curly straw.
Yeah.
From the club that's glowing and
I
I
say
don't know
Curly
if you've
straw,
invented
yes.
straws. So for this reality and for your filling in the gaps, I love it. So we're gonna go with it's a worm that
It's a living Twizzler.
yeah, to some degree, that has a hole all the way through it. That he's like, oh, that's kind of weird, but I'm into it. Wow, that was really easy. Well, I should make some more of these.
Uh,
I love the
if you
idea,
patent it,
Patent
we
pending.
patent pending.
I love the idea of like a living Twizzler is a worm in this universe, but you can bite off both ends and use it as a straw.
They're like
Nasty.
naturally hollow on the inside.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the drink. The first things you're going to want to know is that there are 13 levels of hell. It's the last I heard, anyways. I was trapped on the 3rd level of hell. I think that's where we must find ourselves then. So to get out of hell, oddly enough, usually you have to go down through the levels. And also more unfortunate, as it were, unless you are a god or a trans-dimensional being, you are unfortunately trapped into that design of a maze. There's not much anyone can do besides making themselves a trans-dimensional being, or a god, as it were, or making deals with god level that have that sort of power. Unfortunately, and I don't think the other one of me would have told you this. I can only presume you're dealing with another one of me because I am here, and you're talked about me as if there's been another one. So, anyways, yeah, he must
Yeah, you're
have
an illusion.
given
we said
you.
that.
Oh, okay, sure.
What if you have
He,
a triadhesion?
he must have lied to you and told you that he could get you out, but he probably did his best. I would only presume he sent you as far ahead in the confusing labyrinth that is the levels of hell. So of the 13, you've got the first one, which is Limbo. Pretty tame there. Quite a lot of loneliness and nothing. It's pretty actually where I like to spend my weekends if I can, but can't do that now. And he rattles the chains. And then you've got the second level, which is Lust. Souls here are an endlessly blown by a spiraling wind away from each other with no means of satisfaction. I don't like that one so much. And then you've got Gluttony. They're all suffering in the cold. It seems just like home to me, where I came from. It's a cold, endless sea. It's pretty tame there, personally too. Then you go to Greed. Ooh, yeah, I wouldn't want to hang out there if I were personally me either, though. You're consumed in a smolting metal pit, metal molten gold everywhere. Souls are just streaming in agony everywhere. Quite annoying. That
You
was
have reached the maximum length of call. To extend call, please add 2 gold pieces.
Oh, shit, hold on one second,
Jesus.
guys.
Bolts is a lot.
Does anyone have any gold on them? Oh god.
It's a magic item.
I pull gold out of my bag drunkenly.
Oh, thank you. I put 2 gold into it. Or I just press it to the thing. I don't know how this. Like,
It just
I-
absorbs right into it with like a small. And your call can continue. That was alarming. Can I keep going, I guess?
now you can.
Okay. Well, I think I was on Greed. That was actually just below us here on the 3rd level, where we were in Gluttony. Yes, where my brothers stuck me. Guess I was being a bit too gluttonous with my enjoyment of their suffering. Schadenfreude and all is great. Anyhow, Greed being the 4th level, consumed in a molten fiery gold pit. You've got the Anger, 5th level of Hell, Anger, endless battles of wailing souls placed in a murky swamp. Then you've got 6th level of Heresy, entrapped in flaming pit. 7th level, Violence, drowned in a lake of boiling blood. 8th level, Fraud, pit of darkness, ceaseless beatings. Kind of fun there. 9th level, Satan. Yeah, sexy Satan. He's down there. He's frozen. He's been a trophy. One of Manipolis' champions. He almost had him out. That's why he's on the 9th level. He was easily being able to traverse between there and Tarth's normal plane. Then you just got some real dark, dirty, nasty ones in between there and Manipolis. 9th level of Satan, sexy Satan. Then you've got the 10th level of just maggots, decay. It's also, though, an oddly neutral place. somehow ruled by a weird being there too. 11th level defense with mountains and trees, but it's you're pretty much ever running down the mountain, being chased by boulders with blades and whirling blades. It's also a lot of smashing. The 12th level, you got Avicii. It's the hell reserved for the most grievous sins there are, full of caged souls that are some over 200,000 years old in these puzzle cubes. That if you were to let out, you would probably destroy all that is Kareth and such. And that's the last level, standing in between the Manipolis, who resides on the 13th level. It's quite beautiful there, I've heard.
Did you say Sexy Satan can go from the 9th level to Tareth?
Yeah, he can get straight
He
out.
used to be able to do that before he was frozen as a trophy from some other god before he was trapped.
So we just
in
have
that
to
level,
thaw
yes.
him.
Hmm. I had another question. What is an interdimensional creature? Because we have this plate, which is a pocket dimension.
Tis okay. That sounds interesting.
What would happen if everyone got into this pocket dimension and say we had an extra dimensional encounter with someone else from somewhere else and we just give this item to them? Would they bring the item back to their realm?
I would only presume, but usually such things only work in a two-way interaction, so I would guess that they would probably exist wherever that portal takes them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that if you had given that thing to the other person, then you no longer have access to that other place. Interdimensional travel is rather tricky.
Hmm.
Like that.
That's
You'd probably need a
another way
three-way
out.
portal.
If we want to maintain access to hell, right?
Yes, I mean, theoretically, in this discussion that we're having currently.
Mhm.
It seems to be going well, too, because I haven't been hit with the table again.
Hit him with the table.
Just don't let him forget about the table.
Hey, we're not-
that's a better one.
A 19, that definitely hits. And you're
We
still
don't want to
aiming
be
for
rude.
that groin area this time?
Yep.
It just...
Ow.
It's... yeah, hopefully. Hopefully that one isn't as bad as I did one of my other brothers over and tied his nuts to a goat. That was fucking hilarious.
I
Can we
chuckle.
draw a goat?
That does sound hilarious.
All right, so now we've got a list of all the different levels of hell. And we know that Sexy Satan has a way out on the 9th floor.
Are we done with the torque message?
Think so.
Mame, before
For
you turn it
now.
off, just gonna go like, "Hi, good luck, guys. I hope this helps. Bye."
Thanks for using Collect Call feature on your Torque. Brought you to you by TorqueTech, subsidiary of Wacom. Remember, any
Torque.
breach of terms of service will reap damnation on your immortal soul.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Glad that we got that message at the end.
yeah. That was
He does
helpful
anyways.
information for the other guys.
Just moving both campaign right along.
Listen,
Hey, interdimensional
we'll see what happens.
speech is a really tough thing.
Hey man, the game's getting meta. Great. Should we beat him to death now?
Yeah, let's get that XP.
Wait! I thought you were gonna let me out, or at least have me some more of that drink.
Oh yeah, here. You can have the rest of the drink. I poured on his head. Beat him to death.
I cast Firebolt on his head.
I begin stabbing him in the head.
Just stab him in the head.
Oh my gosh.
Is that liquor flammable?
Probably.
15.
The 14 would hit.
Oh, 14, yeah.
The 12 would not. It looks like.
Can I place the table on his face and then just jump up and down on it?
Oh, jeez.
16 fire damage.
Multiply that by 4 for the liquor. And you guys are starting to create a bit of a fire on his head and on the backside of that room there. He's shaking his head like, oh!
64 damage.
He's not dead yet. You can definitely see him still screaming with his head on fire.
Quick, stab him
roll.
again.
Yeah, Mime is gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
I'm helping. I'm trying
Oh,
to put it out
goddamn
with
it.
this table.
Only 11
Keep
to
trying.
hit,
Keep trying.
which I'm guessing doesn't hit.
What was it again?
11
Sorry.
to hit.
11? No, it does
No,
not.
okay, then I'm gonna pull out my
17
dagger and go stabby stab with everybody else. And that's 26 to hit.
Oh my
That'll
god.
do it.
I got a 17.
And that's where I was going to go back with the table there too. I wanted to ask, are you like flipping it over on its face and then jumping on it where the legs are, or because like his face would be under the table and the legs would be over top of him? Like he's not that far off the ground.
Yeah, I was gonna say flip it over and like hold on to the table and do like.
Okay.
I mean, I could just hit him with the table.
No,
I
the
just-
17 hits. I was just trying to get some context here is all. I think we were doing. Yeah, I think we're doing those. So now we're gonna do these. Yeah, that maths out right. That's 67 damage.
Everyone, get on the table.
We all climb on the table.
Yeah. I feel like we need
I
all
just
4
saw
of the
him
standing in
Rarlsons.
the corner.
Bahara,
I'm standing
this
in
is
the
your new
corner,
weapon,
horrified.
man.
Mime's,
This is your new weapon.
Mime's gonna look over and be like, you'll understand one day. And like climb up and start jumping on the table.
I'm just clutching Frederick's shoulder and I'm just like clucking away madly, like yeah.
You guys, it can roll that for me if you want it. It's 5d20s for each of you that is jumping on the table.
Isn't
Wait, even for me.
that's what you just rolled, right?
Um,
Okay.
yeah, I would say even for you, Kat, because the thing is with it is that you're adding to it as well as you, Rarlson. But
It's the intention.
yeah, it and the fact that the table itself is a little.
William the Bastard. That's the most accurate title I've seen. Oh wait, so we're all rolling 5d20s.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're just gonna murder this
Oh,
guy.
I thought that
real quick
was
with a
A
table.
d20 for each of us.
This is no 5 total for each.
Oh shit, that's a lot.
Yeah.
How do I even roll that? You guys all
Your
did
new
that.
weapon, Bahara.
So like
Oh, this is Frederick.
Okay.
oh,
They're both
Maybe
a
the
little
coin
low.
too.
Yeah. It's a big
Speaking of
dude
which-
hitting somebody with a big weapon,
Yeah.
so
Unless this guy has a lot of health, I think he's dead.
He's a
You
god.
guys
God.
oof.
hear a solid crunch after you guys all jumped on him, but you pull the table back, Frederick, and you get a good bit of blood and gore on it that you see. But he's still kind of moving around, especially his arms and his legs are kind of twitching. And he's like, what the hell? And that's when you guys step back, you realize the coin is less than inches away from you and almost outside of the rest of the ceiling. And as you step back off the table and pick it up out off of him, it slides the rest of the way with a solid and slices him down the center all the way from groin
Whoa!
to
I
head.
did the finishing kill.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Murdered with currency. Capitalism wins again.
And at that point,
Huzzah.
too, you win. You remember Mime being the only one that has one of these. I think still at this particular time, a ring of resizing.
I do. I have
that you
3.
have in your possession.
Whoa.
3 blue rings of reasonable size. Yes.
Do you remember what
What
they
is
do?
that?
Yeah. So anything I pick up immediately changes to be a size that is like easy for me to carry.
Like
Wait.
a cannon.
Yeah, who? Yeah, I was gonna say who wanted to pick up a cannon?
I could make a cannon. I'm hoping to make a cannon into my packed weapon.
Just whip it out whenever you want.
And I've got 3 brothers to help me load it.
So, all right. So, what is this coin? I'm gonna turn to the new character. I'm so sorry. I don't know your name. I will get it one day. I promise. Which I guess I should change to being Mime. I have to see it written down.
It's in the Discord.
Okay. Zenora. There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look to Zenora. I'm gonna be like, "What? Do you know anything about this?"
No.
That's a very suspicious no.
Can you elaborate on that now?
Please just say no again.
I actually thought about that.
And that is a valid answer. Either way, the coin seems very valuable. It just cut Loki in half, so I'm gonna go try. I don't know if I've been wearing my ring of resizing this whole time, or if I'm like pulling out. I'm gonna assume that I have. Okay, I'm gonna walk over and just try to pick the coin up, and I'm assuming it's gonna like shrink, not to the size of a normal gold coin, but to like something I can hold in 2 hands.
A shield.
It would. With that idea in mind, yeah, then it would probably shrink down to something like you're describing, which is probably about like what 6 inches, like a buckler.
And I am.
And to elaborate on the coin a little bit, you were seeing actually an image on one side of what looks like, you can only guess the tops of trees because it's on the top of the coin, with somehow looks like some spinning, like animated objects on the center of it. On the back side seems to be only the bottom of a tree, as it's you could only assume that it's the backside because the animated images that were on the front are kind of mirrored onto the back.
Interesting. You have an extra one of those rings I might be able to use?
We can negotiate.
It's totally up to you. They're yours.
We can negotiate this later. Ask me about this later. Remind me later. We will talk. We will discuss.
All right.
Okay. Loki is dead. We now have information. We've done what we need to do. Should we exit missions to clean
I think
itself?
so. Did we gain any? Do we feel stronger?
Yes.
Can't move.
Yes.
I'm in desperate need of a nap.
It's morning, guys. We should probably go to bed.
At that too, the rest of the club seems to be closing down for the night. The music is slowly stuttered out as you guys are walking out into the hall, and everybody's groaning and muttering and zombily walking out of the club.
Oh wait, should we turn the simulation into sleeping quarters?
The Queen's Guard says to you as you're walking out and suggesting that, well, you could do that, I presume. I was going to say that you could offer some sleeping quarters here. That on the house, of course, the Queen will provide. It's usually reserved for the the top of the top, the VIP, which you all are. Certainly.
Mime's gonna look at her skeptical and be like, but how comfortable are the beds?
I mean, it's feather down. It's fairly comfortable.
Fairly comfortable. Look at her real skeptical.
We also have rooms and beds on the Adune, right?
Udune does like it when we're there.
Mm-hmm.
She was very
And
nice.
Maybe
In
like
that-
one room so that we can store the plate. And then we sleep on the plate.
She just kind of raises an eyebrow and goes, "Well, in that case, I guess you could have the master suite, singular bed. Queen
Perfect.
won't be needing it this evening."
Mama is gonna give her some
Where's the queen?
finger guns.
Well, just walk around here. She walks around the stage as she mills through the crowd that's leaving. And, excuse me, Bevra? Groans the orc, just like moves out of the way. Seems to be guarding a back room of sorts, and walks through a curtained back into a back hallway. Then looks back out. Are you all following?
Oh, sure.
I can't move my character. I don't know what I did.
Get stuck on a wall, probably. I don't know. How about now?
Thanks, yeah.
And she leads the rest of the crew around into the main corridor and then takes a right just this way. Follow me.
I'm waiting for the logjam of the Rawsons to go down this corridor.
Which corridor? Lost everybody.
It's just pure chaos.
I don't even see the room.
Where the heck did you?
We're up around the way up here.
Oh.
That's Loki.
Through the.
Yeah, that's his arm.
Yeah, I was like, that's a disembodied hand.
As you,
Oh, I see.
for whatever reason, I can't either. Yeah. As you guys had left the room too, you would have seen it just kind of reset and go just into another sitting room with a crystal in front of it. All the blood and everything just dissipates. Oh, too far. That's the bathing room, though. I would like to advise you use that, perhaps, to get any of that remnants of the guts, blood that was on you off. But right here, behind this door, she knocks on it and opens it and leaves a key in it that she pulls from her skirts, is the Queen's suite.
Oh, nice. She's not here?
No, she's in the palace. After the attack that happened in the club earlier, we decided it was probably for the best that she, be behind the most protections.
Attack?
Sure. Of course.
And well, she was yes in
Yeah.
the club earlier this evening. You might have had a little bit too much to drink. Don't worry.
We were in a fight.
We're fighting a dragon.
I get the plate out of my bag.
I think that was like the fight in the club was like several months ago now.
Yes.
So the key's here in the door for anyone that wants to take it. I will take my leave now. You enjoy your day's rest, and I will be off to serve the queen. I'm sure she'll be up and ready for partying at any hour, she says as she's walking away.
Mime's gonna yell, "Thank you!"
Bye.
and wave like real vigorously.
Nice.
Whoever asked or mentioned my fitting title, William the Bastard, that's because my middle name's William and I was born out of wedlock.
Ah,
Do you have dreams of conquest?
Only over those who I hate.
Sounds like William.
accurate.
Well, no, guys, I really liked killing that god. It felt really good.
We should kill gods more often.
We should do
I
it
agree.
again. I get the plate out of my bag and I attempt to spin it.
Performance. Still have to figure out what kind of experience to give for that.
We're
Jesus.
we're like hardcore atheists. We don't just not believe in God,
we
eliminate
kill
them.
gods. There's no gods to believe in.
Yes, that's
Like,
one
oh,
way to
this is the
become
god. Let's kill it, and then we do. We're like, all right, point out the next one.
That would be an interesting D&D campaign.
I mean, that's what we're essentially playing.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
do
'cause
what
we're
you-
out to become gods.
any way that you want. This is D&D. There's no illusion to the fact that you could do that. Anyways,
Yeah, my character is kind of very religious.
I'm also surprised that you guys hadn't thought to just candidly to kill Loki the first time. Instead, you just all like in the evil campaign were like, yeah, we're gonna free him. Although Mariel was a big factor of that because she was in love
So,
with him.
to be fair,
No, we have to save
Mame
him.
did not want to. Mame just wanted to fucking kill him. And nobody listened. So,
Warren was more concerned about treasure than killing things.
That's also fair. It's surprising turns at every corner, though. I'm not complaining. Just explaining.
Why fight a boss when you can just avoid it?
Yeah. Your 16 succeeds. Do you want to tell me how? At spinning the plate there, Cat?
I'm just gonna again like hold up the like thick part of my wing and spin it on that, and let the portal activate that way, right in the middle of the bed.
I imagine that a chicken being able to spin a plate would mean like grabbing it with like all appendages and then like doing some sort of like barrel roll.
It's just an entirely acrobatic performance by a chicken.
And it spins up right on the bed. Off your wing, starts floating in the air before it even touches the bed.
Perfect. As it opens up, I'm gonna walk through it.
Dog pile on the bed.
Look at you. Don't say that. That's offensive. It's a cat pile.
Only cats sleep in piles.
One big bed.
Oh, Frederick follows Cat, it sounds like.
Yeah, we'll pile in.
yeah.
Okay, the Rawlsons follow suit after.
Yeah, Mime's going in.
Captain
Really excited to see it, Duna.
Mime.
It feels like it's been a long time.
And Zenora very confusedly standing at the edge of the room after first meeting and killing a god with these new people.
Sounds
I'm
about
in
right.
danger.
Yeah,
Literally. That's how I've stood in every single room and then accidentally picked off the coin from the table and killed Loki myself. So
Hell yeah.
We all chuckle. We're in danger. She kills gods with currency.
Glad she's on our team.
The true enemy to any religion. Money.
money.
So I'm assuming you walk then through too, Sonora, belatedly then.
Yeah, I'm probably the last to follow most of the time.
Do we have any more rooms on Dune, or are they all taken?
Adune provides.
One moment. Yeah.
Is a Dune a subliminal space?
You said that with a lot of emphasis. I don't know what you mean.
A subliminal space is like the back rooms, if you've heard of that.
Nope.
It's like infinitely keeps going on.
A subliminal space is like a space that has no like connection.
Limitation.
Oh.
To,
Subliminal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not the
I was gonna
DM.
say because I feel like
But
So
I would like
the-
Adune's living though, right? Like Adune lives and like can be altered and changed according to what they want. Yes?
Yeah. Yes. So the answer to your question is sort of yes. except for that it is limited in the shape of the bottle that it's in currently. As
It
you
started out as a tiny little schooner and now is a full size.
We want to make her a flying
but
ship. Don't forget.
that's all very very candid because yes, that is the ultimate goal of Adune. And as you guys all walk onto, I've got to get another Warlson out here.
I'll say I'm not there
I'm still
yet.
not
Adune's very. Oh, wait. Found it.
I gotta zoom in.
And I gotta do one of these numbers here. And Cat is somewhere too.
Oh, there's a note from Zeph. Have we looked at this?
Yes. Zeph left a while ago.
That's right.
That but you would have seen newly a note on Nep's door that stated he was going to go. He was leaving this party to continue the party that is life and keep partying. As Nep's moral philosophy kind of scribbled on his barrel fort door over here.
Mayme's gonna read it and just shake their head.
Otherwise, you know that some of the rooms have been taken, some of the rooms are not. That's why Baharash and Wisteria are outside of rooms because they didn't know whose rooms were what. Claimedly.
I was gonna say, oh no, something went
And
wrong.
I
I
think
forget.
did I get everyone here though? That's here today. Yeah,
Yeah, there's
Okay,
mine. That's
good.
right. I have the
everybody can see.
the carpet.
And Adune would greet everybody though as you guys come through. Oh, welcome back.
I'm gonna scream real loud. Adune, how are your fish friends?
Oh, they're lovely. They're just floating around, being fishes. Some of them are cleaning my hull as we speak. It's quite relaxing, actually.
Oh, good.
I appreciate that, by the way.
Are you happy now? As happy as you can be in the bottle?
That would be the end of it, yes. As happy as I can be in the bottle. I can't wait to be out into the open seas again. I think you mentioned something about flying
Yes.
before, and I would love that, too.
We are working on it, Adune, and I'm gonna walk over and just like lovingly stroke the wall of my room around the door.
So,
You just all hear a I can't get it to come through, but a purr throughout the boat. That's kind
So-
of like emanating from it.
when we say flying ship, are we talking like magic flying ship, or are we talking about we like attach giant balloons and have like a hot air balloon ship?
It was my impression that it would be
Uh,
like magic flying.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking as well. But we have yet to see.
Yeah. There are flying
You do know,
ships
though.
in port at the wherever we were. I could see it on the map, but I can't think of what the name of it was.
You do know, though, going into Sorkertes,
Sorkertes.
you would seen some Zephyr ships, i.e. the those that have big balloon sorts of things. hanging
Oh,
over the
that's
ship.
right. They were Zephyrs. So maybe it would be a balloon.
A magic balloon.
Yeah. I mean, either way, Adune would be able to control it. Because if it's a balloon,
A balloon shaped as a bottle.
no, out of the bottle.
Or
I
do
don't
you-
remember how she got into the bottle to begin with. But
But the balloon that's on top of her, like above her, could be in the shape of a bottle.
oh,
I think was what he meant. Just an aesthetic choice. But
If we fill the bottle with helium and then
Mm,
bring it to a DNA,
then we couldn't be in the bottle.
apparently we made a deal with the queen to turn it into a flying ship. We just have to go talk to the dragon.
Wait, we have to talk to the dragon? I thought we had to like defeat the dragon.
No, because we wanted to make a deal with it to
Make it
create
bread.
some sort of industry, if I remember correctly.
I'm vaguely remembering this. Okay.
exchange breaths.
That's
Does
right.
Ralston have a room?
Does who?
Ralston.
No, they've just been kind of sleeping out in these open areas, which is kind of
Yep.
like the crew
Yeah.
area here.
Yeah.
On the pillows.
It's just covered in
with a bunch
penis
of pillows.
pillows.
Yeah.
That was my question. Are we going to clean up these pillows at some point, or are these just like here now?
They're here now.
We'll kick them into a corner.
I mean, I don't know what you mean
I'm
by
very happy to see a Dune.
clean up.
I greet her
Yeah.
and
I mean, maybe
snuggle
once
myself against her.
once a
not,
Dune is free, she can make like a lounge room.
maybe not in like the
Ooh,
middle
yeah.
of the floor. I like the idea of just like piling them into a corner.
Sure, we'll neatly stack them.
Any particular area?
Oh yeah.
Probably maybe like over here.
Bah-
That's right in
Just
front
out
of
of the way.
That's
Baharash.
in front of the
Oh.
door.
Oh,
Oh, never mind. Then like
yeah.
here
That's what I
is
was
there a
gonna
door
suggest.
there? Just somewhere out of the way.
Wisteria and Baharash's tokens are different.
They're just sleeping.
That's fair.
But yeah, up against the wall there.
So I think the plan is we sleep and then we make our way towards the dragon, right?
Yeah, I would say that's the next step in our plans because we partied with the queen after she gave us the plan that she wanted us to pursue. So
Do we have any shopping needs while we're in the city?
I think we've gotten everything, right?
Frederick might need something.
I don't know what Frederick's been doing, but I have all kinds of fun stuff in my inventory now that I remember picking.
I had a lot of
Pretty
stuff in my
empty, but
inventory.
I'm also newish.
I had a lot of
Frederick
stuff in my
got
inventory.
mugged.
It's just not in
Oh,
my
yeah.
inventory anymore.
Do you have like basic gear?
Everything
Zenora,
is in my bag.
are you
Hmm.
weighing in on any of this too? You don't know anything of what these people are talking about right now.
Yeah, no. Zenora doesn't feel like she has a place to weigh in on any options. She's just kind of here.
Just to fill
Adune
you
would.
Yeah. I feel like Adune
go
would
ahead.
definitely say something.
I was just going to say if Frederick's though taking the lead, go ahead.
Just to fill you in, the reason I'm complaining is that my worst half stole all my shit.
And Adune would also chime in though of saying, "Well, I think I was telling you earlier something of this dragon though too that they've talking about. You might want to prepare yourself for that. It's going to be a harrowing task, I hear. They're
Adune!
planning to.
Adune! What do
Hi.
you know about dragons? So the very usually quiet Mime is now just like BFFs with Adune, right? There's no more quiet. It's just like, Adune, what do you know about dragons? What can you tell us?
Oh, I just know what has been transpiring in and out as you guys have been drunkenly stumbling in on and off my deck about how your deal's gone with the queen and all, and that she's you've planned to trade some breaths with Shandar, this red dragon who seems to fancy the queen. He said something about also sending some lewd pictures to her.
Mm-hmm.
But so you're supposed to be able to make a deal with him in exchange. You got some bottles that you placed in my one of my storage rooms to capture his breath with. In exchange, you got a chest full of gold that you were going to use to bargain with him, as well as that you were possibly going to, you got to make your way to his island first, which is what the Queen's God was telling you just a few hours ago, I guess.
Wait,
is
island?
it
Wait, is it
a little farther over.
island in the ocean?
Yes.
Yay!
Yes, it's in the ocean.
We're gonna get Adune out of this bottle.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
After we take a nap.
Yeah,
Maybe
right.
not.
After we sleep. You're right.
Nap and then Adune out of the bottle.
Yes.
Uh,
We need to
I
remember.
actually don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I don't either.
You might want to talk briefly
Should we-
to someone in the Queen's employ, or maybe at the markets. They might know while you are, situating yourself if there's anyone there that you trust.
Oh.
To look at my bottle.
Shit. Okay.
Do we?
Wait, who gave us the
Do we
plate?
have party funds?
I mean, we have a
Do you have what, friends?
party funds. We have a
Uh,
chest of
raw-
gold. We have
But that was what we were going to trade the dragon with, right?
yeah. So we got a bunch of money after we successfully completed our last task adventure. I don't think we kept any as like a group fund. I think we all got paid out individually.
Yep, that sounds familiar. Okay. Do we want to see if the queen will give us some dirty photos for to sweeten the pot with the dragon? If he's into her.
I mean,
I mean,
she
I
seems
feel like she would be willing.
she seems down to clown, so I feel like she probably already has some available. Like,
Yeah.
we wouldn't even have to
gosh.
commission portraits. She would just like she probably has a storeroom full. So actually, if we just probably ask around town, they're probably like distributed freely. I could be very wrong. This could be a wrong hunch, but
Who's getting volunteered to ask around town for the dragon nudes?
Rar will.
okay.
He's got no problem with
Anyone
it.
can find the nudes. Raw is the person.
Good stuff.
Maybe
Who-
you should send your brother the Magnificent.
Sure. I mean, I could send them while we're chatting and sleeping
Sleeping?
for general goods. That's what they are for. Is their utility creatures. So if we have a list of stuff
Fair.
that we want, we can.
And they have been sleeping this whole time. Does anybody
Yep.
remember where we got the plates from?
I don't think I was playing at the time.
We've had them for a long time, and I just don't remember where they came
Yeah, I was
from.
gonna say, I don't remember these plates.
It came from the lava tower. You made a trade. I forget exactly. I think it was Shia actually who made a trade with a troll-like individual midway up through the tower. If you guys can recall, a few of the others made a magical trade for him. Who had access to a large dragon horde
Oh.
through a
Oh,
mirror
He
system.
was that traveling merchant.
Sort of, kind of, yeah. I mean, he may have felt like that, but he was part of the tower. He was like
Is he in front of the
one
computer?
That was the person just outside of his chambers who were guarded by a giant skeleton basilisk.
Yes, I remember.
Oh, yeah,
I remember fighting that thing.
You said bass at first, and all I could think of was one of those singing fishes. That sits on the wall.
It is
Yes,
a guardian now.
that's who we struck a deal with.
Sounds
Fish on the wall.
sounds right. Just
Feels right.
yeah.
Sounds correct for this campaign.
So,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
you guys
Pat.
spend.
sorry. I'm just gonna
Go
pat Adune on the wall and be like, "Don't worry, Adune. We're gonna get you out." I guess I could ask Adune if they remember how they got in here, but I feel like I asked that before and they didn't have.
Well, I mean, the last thing I recall was specifically, anyways, the hermit of the mountain. How she and her fellows approached me while I was beached near Titty Sprinkles, and was I accepted their offer to be transported to you because I was lonely. So then the next thing I know, I was securely in this space in a nice, clean, clear environment, with a sense that everything was going to be okay. And then it didn't seem very much long that he was, or she was able to provide me to you, and that's how I got here. I couldn't tell you any of the magics really that are involved with it, but that's the short that I remember.
The queen must know somebody who can help us get her out so that we can make our way to the dragon.
You might
part
also
of-
ask. Might also ask the Ferris gentleman, the that she'd commissioned. You'd made friends with at the factory districts. He was supposed to be the one manufacturing all the bottles. I think he also gave you some sort of machine to make magical calling cards or something?
Yes.
He did.
Did. He came with us to the
Okay,
castle
we can
to
go
meet the
talk to
king,
him.
queen.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yes.
Because that was part of his deal.
Yes. We're on good terms.
Yes, he might be a good source of information
we-
for such things. He seemed worldly magic.
Do we have his calling card? Gave us one.
I believe I don't know if I've gotten that detail, but go ahead and search through your inventory. I'm sure you have.
No. I have written in my notes in all caps, get a Dune a fish tank or fish friends, dash hermit crabs, question mark. I mean, I'm glad I did that. I don't think I got a hermit crabs, but
Dune's got crabs.
That's what's cleaning her hull.
did I get a hermit crabs? Because I just feel like a Dune would really like having little hermit crabs running across her deck.
Yes, it seems that the queen was able to provide such in the fishy friends you had been able to offer me.
Does the Dune right now just look like a normal sailing ship?
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
for the most part. I mean, you're inside of her currently, so you can't see the sails that she offers or the deck or anything like that. You're in the corridors with a little, like, gang area for small gatherings and a common room. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. Also, I'm having a lot of trouble with my screen. I don't know why. Like, it's just a bunch of different colors, and when I zoom in, it just goes white. So I've just like stopped paying attention to the screen.
Oh, is anybody else having trouble with it, or is it just
Trouble.
I'm fine.
okay?
I'm good.
Okay, I'm gonna assume that I lost the calling card. But if we have a Rorelson brother who is willing to go on adventures, we can ask them to bring what's his face here.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because that way the person, I forget their name. Ferris could come see the situation, right? So Ferris would travel through the portal, would come see the ship Adune, could see that Adune is in a bottle, fully comprehend the situations that they could then recommend us to. Could meet Adune, right? Adune likes friends. And then also recommend us a person to talk to for a solution. And then whatever else we need to speak with this dragon. I feel like if we have a chest of gold and maybe go look for nude pictures of the queen. And then
I'm definitely gonna go for nudies.
I don't know what else we can.
I thought it was the dragon.
Or we're trying to convince the dragon to make a deal.
Ah,
Yeah, so we figure if he's into the queen, a bunch of dirty magazines of the queen, like a calendar, might be just enough to sweeten the pot, enough to at least get us into the door.
So that'll be.
If not secure the
I feel
deal.
like that could be the ace up our sleeve. Or you'd be like, "Hey, Mr. Dragon, we
Right.
want to make a deal with you. It'll make the queen real happy. We have all this gold." And then if he's still, not really buying it, which hopefully he does, that's good. We'll throw in we'll sweeten the deal with the pictures.
Good plan. If we can get some nudes of the queen.
We'll search.
Queen Theodore, in all of her orky gorgeousness.
No, the heart wants what the heart wants.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Maybe get them signed.
That would be a power move. We'll see what the Royalsons can find.
I mean, Jeffrey's gonna, or one of the siblings will go looking, and if they can't find them, then I'll probably approach the queen or people themselves about it.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
we're gonna look in town first.
Yeah. All right. So we'll send one of them, and then we're gonna take a long rest. Is what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any other shopping list items for them? I guess.
I have no money, so if you guys need anything,
I mean, if you need
I mean,
things like
all I
things,
need is my words.
if you need things that are actually necessary, not 200 pillows, but you know, actual items, Mame would be happy to cover those. Mime would be happy. I keep saying Mame. Sorry.
I mean, a cannon.
Um.
I thought we had one of those.
Oh yeah, we do. We need to talk about
Well, it'd have
this.
to. So yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you can talk
yeah,
to
let's-
Adune. Adune will probably fashion you a cannon, if you would like one of these rings of resizing.
That's true.
I will loan one to you.
I mean, I can borrow it. Yeah, I will borrow it, and it is still yours, and you can request it back whenever you would like.
You should be able to add that one directly to your inventory. It's a legitimate magical item that I created. So
Okay.
Oh.
Ring of Resizing.
As I pick it up, actually, instead of a cannon, I'm gonna turn to Frederick. Be like, you brought the table in with you, right?
Frederick.
What?
Did you bring the table back with you?
I imagine.
I will pick up the table with this ring of resizing and see if it sizes itself to be a little bit more comfortable for someone my size.
Ring of reasonable size.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, a reasonable sized table, or
Wait a minute.
it's a question.
Is this the campaign with the tiny chef?
No,
With the
No,
tiny
that's
chef.
the other campaign.
There's so many things you guys have not interacted with. I love it. Anyways, you pick up the table pretty easily. I would still say. Wait, what's your strength again? Flat.
I'm pretty sure I've got a -1. Let me go read it. All right. Strength. Yeah, I have an 8.
You're able to get it off of the floor, which seems to be all the thing it needs to do for a second, because as soon as you grunt and get it off at least that much, you hold it in your hands for a second before you feel like a question mark inside of your head, just like a, and then the table just down to a almost like not quite pocket size, but definitely the palm of your hand. But it's
Hell
still very
yeah.
much. You look at it and you go, don't know what I'm looking at.
Huh.
It's still like extra dimensional. What I mean.
Okay. Can I get a strap of leather and attach it to the end of one of my fists, like brass knuckles?
With the table.
Do you need to create a crafting skill for this character too?
Oh God, I guess so. I'm just a crafty person.
Yeah.
Run up and hit people and go, "Oh, how the tables have turned."
Oh, how the turntables.
Oh, how
Um,
the table spin.
Trying to remember what that was. That was like a sleight of hand, right?
Yeah, basis.
Yeah.
I gotta go to work in the morning, so I get
Yeah.
get off a little early.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. It's lovely having you.
Peace.
Ciao.
Yeah.
Night. Yeah, I will also probably be roll bouncing pretty soon.
Jumping off here a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I feel like we're winding down.
Yeah, definitely. I would just finish off with saying that Adune would probably point you to the storeroom. Actually, might even let you guys all experience the fact that you're thinking out loud probably while you're trying to create it.
Yep.
What'd you roll there?
17.
Nice. And as you're kind of sitting down on the ground with the table, probably your paws turned up and cross-legged on the floor, Strap of leather would be nice. And then there's like a ripple on the floorboards next to you, and a strap of leather pops up and goes, "Here you go, dearie."
Oh God, yes, amazing. I think about a bowl of milk.
And there's actually the floorboards on the opposite side of you fold in, it seems like, and out comes this wooden shaped hand of sorts with a bowl of milk proffered in it. This is straight from the storerooms. I keep
Oh
it
my
cold
God.
and fresh.
You're amazing. I signal to my siblings and I split it with them.
Before I walk into my room, and I'll look out to everybody and be like, Adune's a gem. We need to keep her happy. Let's get her to the ocean.
Agreed.
I
Aw,
agree.
you're such a sweetie. You're
Nod.
true.
All right. I'm also gonna look out. Like, I have a nice fur rug on my floor. It's a space to sleep out.
Say that again. You cut out.
Oh, weird. I'm gonna say I have a nice fur rug on my floor. Probably gonna make for a nice sleeping spot if somebody needs to sleep. Out after the long rest.
Sounds good.
Picked this room because of that. Not many moves.
And the nice big old chest.
Yeah. Gotta love the chest.
I'm just gonna go to sleep in my usual spot.
Which is
I assume anywhere where I'm in direct contact with a Dune.
that's pretty much everywhere. I forgot that Cat was in love with Adune for a
Yep.
moment there.
Just gonna snuggle up against a wall and get all comfy and be like, oh.
A hand comes up out of the
Privacy?
floorboards, pets you.
I just lean into the hand.
Otherwise, though, your crafting goes as planned. You've created a sort of brass knuckles out of a table.
Hell yeah. We're getting there, guys. Alright, I think we're winding down, so me and my siblings will all pile up on top of the penis pillows and
Hear a collective.
take our long rest.
I think all we have left then, Frederick already went to his room that you'd seen him go to, and Zenora, after meeting the crazy bunch of people that you have today, are looking around like, oh my god, what
What have I gotten myself into?
What have I fallen into?
It's the main goal. Now to escape. Like, okay, I've met this crazy.
Yeah.
Let's leave.
Do you try to choose a room or anything?
I feel like I would be too nervous to do that. I also don't need to long rest because I haven't done anything. So
I mean, you sort of really helped killing a god, at least. There's that.
I
did.
didn't do anything to do it. I kicked a coin in a void.
That's what you did. And it resulted in a god dying. That's the campaign.
That's how you do it.
We've been trying to kill that bastard for such a long time.
And we still are, technically.
Fair.
We
Yeah,
got a
that was-
little satisfaction.
We got a lot
today.
of
I
information.
got
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure did.
To be
I'm just
fair, I
sit in
think
the
you
corner, very scared.
Oh no.
I feel like a small child that's like lost.
I'm sure Adune would try to comfort you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go
knowing
like
that
sit in
too.
this little corner right there.
I feel like she's just gonna like materialize a beanbag chair for you, or like a big enveloping soft.
Oh, I would love that.
actually grabs one of Rarlson's vibrating pillows, doesn't realize it.
jumping off. This was a good session. This was good stuff today.
Yeah.
Yeah, good info session. Welcome to the crew. I hope you
Thank
No,
you.
enjoy your time here. It's a little chaotic for the first session, but eventually you'll
Delve into more chaos.
It's still
I don't-
chaotic, but
It's not. Accept it.
you'll be used to it.
It's not true D&D if it's not chaotic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Your avatar in this conversation is your character Franklin in front of fire. Is everything on fire?
In hell, yeah. He's in hell, yeah. That's my character for the other campaign. Is Franklin the Turtle?
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah, it doesn't. The chaos doesn't stop, but it is fun.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, good meeting you. Happy to see a new face, or I guess not actually see a new face character. I'm gonna jump off of here. Have a good night, everybody. See you next.
Yep.
Good night.
Bye.
That's
Good night.
Good night.
All right. Bye, guys.
See you, Jess.
Bye.
A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.